All right, let's start this. Well, welcome to the Madppy Show. I am your host, Ziur, and I got my friend Enzo here. We're gonna start our first podcast finally after several attempts to get this done, including today. And let's see if we can finally get this done. So yeah, forgive us if something doesn't come out right. Because, so we're fairly new doing this still. With the audio and video and editing and all that stuff, so I'll try to get this as best as possible.
But, with the assistance of AI. Just get as much assistance to AI. Yeah, that's what we were talking about before we had that small technical issue.
We started talking and we had a technical issue earlier. So far everything's working fine, right? Yeah, it's working good.
Everything looks good.
Yeah, everything looks fine. So yeah, let's start with that. Actually, we're already starting talking with the AI stuff. So I did notice that actually, even so, it's one of the most right now. It's one of the most used applications, ChatGPT. There's a lot of people still don't know anything about it. I was actually pretty amazed how a lot of people still don't know anything about it. Not even remotely know what that is. It's like. This is the kind of the application that you can literally say it's like, you believe it on a rock. It's like, seriously. Just everybody is, a lot of people are scared of it. Actually, not long ago, that you find out that they actually apply new laws in what's it called? In Europe.
We blocked it in Italy.
They blocked it in Italy. Well, actually, in it was the entire United Kingdom, was it? United Union. The European Union, sorry. The European Union created new laws for AIs, and the creator, what was his name? Let's find it here. Sam Altman, the creator of ChatGPT. He actually threatened the European Union on leaving the entire European Union, like getting ChatGPT completely out of the entire territory. This is doing the thing is ChatGPT just got approved in 12 more countries, bro. Like it got actually released in 12 more countries last week. 12 more. They'll be now integrated into the whole ChatGPT and AI. The ChatGPT is the one that is being the big impact because you can integrate it in like a bunch of other applications. There's so many that I even found one. Did I ever told you that one? Remember that I was trying to do like a Dungeons and Dragons game?
Yeah.
There's already one that they just created one too. Dedicated to just playing Dungeons and Dragons, creating campaigns with Dungeons and Dragons, dude. I was trying to do it directly with ChatGPT. It's already, people are coming up with so many things to do with this crap, dude. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's pretty like a fucking
fortune
cookie type of deal. I ask it stupid questions to see what it tells me.
I saw that you can pretty much make it do anything to do with editing. You can even have them do you can integrate them to pretty much do all your blogs. Pretty much you can not do anything. You just have to give them whatever you want, and the AI will even create the entire post and post it on whatever website and shit, do it automatically. You can have them change your voice on any recordings you do, video, audio, whatever, and it'll turn your voice or even text into the voice or whatever you want, and it'll that is insane, bro. It's gone crazy. And this was only possible because of the fundings of Microsoft. Without the fundings of Microsoft, this would have not been a thing. Not right now, at least.
So did Elon Musk already buy out of ChatGPT? Because he had invested in that as well.
Oh yeah, that was way back. That was before it was purchased by Actually, Elon Musk when he founded when it started, and then it was purchased by Microsoft. Now you can apparently there's a new update that is completely integrated into Windows 11 now. You can see it completely. It's gonna replace Cortana completely. Now Cortana is gonna be gone, and it's gonna be completely replaced by actually let me look for it real quick because I remember very specifically that it was gonna be replaced by I forgot what it was gonna call. Let's see. It was ChatGPT. There's Cortana. Let's see what that brings us. I see it. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Oh shit! I have an update here waiting too. It's version Windows 11 version 22H2. I wonder if that one has that.
The
what you're talking about?
It's gonna replace. Cortana's dead.
Yeah.
Even though there's still, you can still use it up to this day, but Cortana is dead. And now it has a new name. I couldn't figure out what it is, the name of it. But they did name it. And it's gonna be, you can do anything with it. You can do like ChatGPT, you can chat with it, but also you can do tasks. You can have them do like extra work within Windows.
Right.
You can have it find anything you want. You know, you can tell it to, I want to change my background, for example, and it'll just, I want to change it to this, and they'll just give you and do pretty much whatever you want in Windows. Yes, I guess you can see the money now. What I still don't understand, dude, to be honest. Oh, I know they have a pay plan. They have like a pay, like actual ChatGPT, so it has like a premium plan. But I still don't understand how Microsoft is you know, Microsoft have fuck you money, to be honest. But you always invest to try to make money somehow, you know what I mean?
Right.
I still don't see the money making side of it. I guess it's because it's still too new. I'm guessing that in the future it's gonna be useful for recommending apps or something like that, you know what I mean? Like telling you, like if you try to tell it to what is kind of like Siri's. Kind of like what Siri's for. You know how Siri's, you know, they get revenue from, if you know, I'll show me what I can drink, you know, the best coffee at the Starbucks closest to me.
Right.
You know, that's how, you know, you get their ads from Siri or whatever.
Because I think their Plus plan, it's ChatGPT Plus. It's like $20 a month.
It's $20 a month, yeah. But that's for ChatGPT itself. And you can also now integrate it into completely now making the game for you. Now, yes. Remember how we were struggling and finding out, and there's a process. You have to keep going back and forward. Now you can integrate it into the engine, and you tell it pretty much what you want, and ChatGPT will do it and debug for you at the same time.
Now, is that for the Unreal Engine?
It depends where you want to integrate. It depends on the integration. The thing is that it's an integration tool. The whole what I'm seeing is that the whole point is that ChatGPT is being created as an integration tool, so you can integrate it with how many things you want. A lot of people have been using it to integrate it into their own thing. And I think that's how they're gonna be making money, because you gotta pay for the premium stuff to, you know, for having full access to the integration. So eventually, a bunch of these companies are gonna be using.
You need to have GPT Plus in order to do that. That's $20 a month. I mean, that's like worth it.
I mean, but if you think, I mean, you think it's worth it, but if you think about it, like in the Game Pass, for example. You know, something that is not nearly remote as used as ChatGPT now, but it still has millions of users. They make billions a year with the Game Pass. So they're charging all these companies $20, and you have millions. You know, Microsoft makes the money just with that. You know, just with the integration alone, they make plenty enough money. You know, I do have. Actually, I have. I was gonna tell you about I don't know if you kept with the whole Microsoft thing that's been happening. Microsoft's being all over the news in the tech world nowadays.
I haven't. I don't know.
The second. Well, they're saying they're the third tech giant, right? You do know that they're purchasing.
But hold on.
Blizzard.
Answer me this: if this were an episode of Mr. Robot, who would Microsoft be? Are they company X or D or whatever? What was the villain in this company name?
It was Evil Corp.
Evil Corp.
It's not really called Evil Corp. It was called E Corp. But he called it Evil Corp, because they were the mega industry of the tech.
Would that be Microsoft? Or?
No, bro. I think that would be Google.
Google.
Yeah, I think here's the thing.
But isn't Google super woke and shit?
Maybe because everything that's been happening with Microsoft, I found out a lot of stuff that I didn't know. But Microsoft nowadays doesn't. You know how Microsoft started with the whole Windows Microsoft.
Yeah.
And Windows right now is the least of their focus, to be honest. Is the thing that they're not. That's why nowadays you can even install Windows and actually use it completely free without having to pay for it at all. You can even remove the watermark without even having to pay with it, or even like pirates it or anything like that.
Right.
It's just going into the Reddit settings, and you can just take off the watermark, and that's it.
You don't need to buy the key anymore.
You don't need to buy the key. There's no longer any keys or anything like that. The main money making from the Windows itself It's when they sell it to to Dells and companies like that that fabricate or they make computers.
Right.
And that's how they sell a bunch of licenses. They sell them very cheap, of course, but by the bulk, here's 50,000, 100,000 licenses copies, and give me 2 million for whatever for all these licenses, and they can put it on other computers and be completely legal.
Right.
Either way, that's not even close. It's not even in the 10% of their money making anymore. Their main money making now, that I didn't know about, their main platform that they make money is cloud. These people, Microsoft, they're so powerful in the cloud server industry that they even run entire countries completely out of Microsoft.
It's not good.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if you find out, but they told you about the whole purchase.
I think South Park predicted this back in the 90s.
No crap. Actually, watch. So I did tell you about the Microsoft purchasing Activision Blizzard.
Right.
And Activision Blizzard is one of the biggest video game companies in the world. Even though they've been doing horrible lately, it's still one of the biggest gaming developers. Because of this little game, this little tiny game called Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. Which I've been completely disconnected since the first Call of Duty. I think I played like the first or second or third Call of Duty, and then I never played it again because it turned into a whole money, microtransaction stuff. And I got completely off Call of Duty. But a bunch of people plays it. There's thousands of players all over the world that play that crap online.
Millions, bro.
Yeah, and they love that. So, yeah, they're been purchasing this company, right? And they've been going hard. We got, I think so far they have, how many is it? I think they have I think I had it right out somewhere. They have over 50, I think it was. Over 37 countries already approved the deal. As far as I remember, they need 50. They need 50 countries in the world to approve the deal for them to completely make the purchase, nice and clean.
Right.
Without any issues. The only ones right now that have been having issues, it's the UK. Was it the UK or was it the United Kingdom or was it the United Kingdom? Let me see if I can remember.
I think it was the United Kingdom. That they were going through lawsuits and shit.
No, wait. It was the British. So yeah, it was the UK. Yeah, it was the UK. So the UK did not approve the deal. And here's the kicker. Here's the heavy thing.
Wasn't Blizzard in the UK? Wasn't they?
Yes, they're in the UK. So if they can still purchase, they can still go through the purchase. But if they do without the UK approval, there won't be a merge in the UK. That's the only difference. So in the UK, there will still be Microsoft and Activision Blizzard, two completely different companies. So eventually, Microsoft's not completely happy about this. And they even, here's the kicker, bro. They even told them, it's like, hey, man, remember that we protect your network, right? That we are the one in charge of your cybersecurity. So just keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Just they literally say that. They're like, just keep that in mind. That we protect you from, the network cyber threats. Your entire country is secure by us.
That was low.
No, that's not the worst part. The worst part is that believe it or not, this is how much fuck you money Microsoft has. They hire the Queen's lawyer, bro, to go against the UK on the appeal. They hire like the top of the top, bro. They're like, this is going through because it's going through, bro. Yeah. Even though the UK is like, yeah, no, we're not for sale. And the worst thing that everybody is all worked up about is that the reason that they say that they don't approve the merge is because of cloud gaming. Microsoft only controls about 1%, but they say this since they are the most used, they control over 75% of the industry of the cloud gaming.
Damn.
But if you put it all together, it's about 1 point something or less than 1% of the actual market of the whole transition that is going on with the whole video game, everything, the whole industry. within the whole industry, the cloud gaming is the lowest of the lowest. Because this is still in a new and unknown territory. Microsoft has the edge because that's what they're doing.
Right.
I mean, the whole point of purchasing Activision Blizzard is because they want to enforce, they want to make their cloud gaming stronger. They want to make Game Pass much stronger. They want to have all these IPs and all this stuff accessible in computers and on your Xbox or whatever, phones, and you can use cloud gaming on phones, and soon they're coming out on TVs and stuff like that. So it's gonna coming all over the place. So I've been finding out all kinds of interesting stuff about this whole deal. I know this is probably like nobody cares about this a lot, but it does make a huge impact in the economic world, because Microsoft itself has thousands of employees, and Blizzard itself also has thousands of jobs available. Developers, and they do a great impact in the economic when it comes to the gaming industry or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
So this merge could either be good or be bad to the entire thing. You know what I mean? Like, they could either lay off a bunch of people, or they could keep up a bunch of people working. You know what I mean? So, in creating a lot of incomes, and also enforcing their platform and making a bunch of games for the gamers like you and I and a bunch of people is good, because it's gonna make accessible, all these kinds of games that we no longer, we normally don't have access to. Funny thing is that one of the big companies, I don't know, I think I told you this, that is also creating a big, problem with this is Sony. Sony is not happy at all with this thing, right? They even said themselves that they don't care what deal Microsoft brings up to them, they just don't want their merch. They even say that to their faces. They're like, I don't care what deal you brought to me. Because at the beginning, it's like, no. They say that they make most of their money out of Call of Duty. That's what they say. A lot of people say that can't be right, because, you're Sony. You make a bunch of good IPs and stuff. So how come you make most of your money out of Call of Duty? And there's funny thing that I noticed, bro. That a lot of people don't talk about. Actually, I haven't seen anybody talk about this. But the main reason why they're saying that Microsoft was even cool enough not even to mention this too much. But the reason why Sony is so worried about that is because they have exclusive.
They have a shit ton of exclusive.
Yeah, they have no. But Call of Duty is not exclusive at all.
No. But PlayStation does have quite a few exclusives.
It has exclusive microtransactions only available to PlayStation that no other platform gets, and that's why they make so much money. Because a lot of people rather go play on PlayStation because they have those additional cool. I don't know. I don't play Call of Duty or purchase anything with them or whatever. I don't do any microtransaction.
Right.
Or do any microtransaction game for that matter. I think microtransaction is stupid, but we go from a different time when you buy a game and you get the game. You know what I mean? You don't buy a game so you can spend more money and get more of the same fucking game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think microtransaction is.
So it's like a lot of these games like Roblox that my daughter's getting hooked on. It's like it's free game, but you want to do absolutely anything in the fucking thing, you have to buy. You have to buy additional
stuff.
So it's like fuck that.
Yeah, you have to. But it's a different thing when you go free game.
No, I know.
Being a free-to-play game, I get the concept. You make a free-to-play game, and you make your money out of the microtransaction. That is completely acceptable.
Yeah, but aside from that, even if you do pay, you do purchase the in-game purchases that they have and shit, you still get ads up the ass. So what's the point of that?
No, there's some they don't. That's the thing. There's some,
Sony doesn't do that.
Because I have done that. I've actually have played some free-to-play games, especially on my phone, which I'm really rare playing. But I have purchased some additional stuff. They're really cheap. As long as you keep a decent or an acceptable price,
right,
and not go, off the hook. I mean, of the charge on the prices, because there's some of them that like ridiculously priced for additional material. I'm talking about here like 10, 15, 20 bucks for, just a color change the shit. For blue.
Yeah,
for fucking blue. You know what I mean? You're paying $5-10 for just to change the color.
Yeah, guys, I think they charge you on that Roblox game. I think they charge you like $20 just to change the user tag.
There you go. That's things like that is just ridiculous. But Call of Duty is not a free game, bro. Call of Duty is an actual purchase game. You have to pay full price for that game.
But you still have to purchase a bunch of shit in it, right?
If you run other stuff, you have to be better in the game because it's a shooter. It's a shooter game. and people are dumb and they like to buy additional guns or whatever, different color, just to be unique.
Make shit easy for them.
Actually, one of the good example is the one that all the kids play. What's it called? What's the little game that all the kids play? Yeah, Fortnite.
Fortnite. Does it still exist?
Of course, dude. It's one of the biggest games for what's it called, Epic, for the Epic company. So yeah. Anyways, back to the point that I was saying. So Sony has this exclusive microtransactions, right? And if Microsoft finish purchasing or actually acquire or merges with Activision Blizzard, their exclusivity items are gone. Because according to what they're trying to do, Microsoft wants to put the same game for everybody on every single platform.
Okay.
It even had made a deal for it wasn't the UK, because the UK saying no. What was the other one? The European one, the European Union, the one that is outside of everybody else in Europe that is not the UK,
right?
Because they decided to go independent or whatever. So they actually say, okay, we're cool with the deal as long as you make those games in cloud free of license. Microsoft's like, sure, no big deal. If you're gonna let me purchase and be a merge within the entire United, not called United, that was called the European Union.
Right.
If you're gonna allow us to be merged in the European Union, and all you want is for the lowest, which is the cloud gaming, to be free of license, and sure. I mean, for example, that means that what is the other cloud company that is doing that? I think is Amazon, right? Has also its own. I think it's called Luna.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but in case you were living under a rock, god damn it. Amazon has its own cloud gaming too, kind of like Game Pass, which is called Luna. So apparently, if Microsoft finished purchasing Activision Blizzard, they're gonna have to free license those games to Luna, for example.
Okay.
The only thing that they won't be able to do is, they have to purchase. They will have to purchase so they still get revenue either way. So it's not a bad deal. The good thing about all this is that us as a gamer, if we decided to go whatever platform, we're gonna get Activision's game or Blizzard game, which is they're not that great anymore. There's not that many great games for that company anymore, so it really makes no sense. But anyways, it's a big developer company, and that's a huge deal. A huge deal has been going on so far. So I don't know what you think about that. I mean, I just wanted to get you up to date with that.
Yeah.
What?
Jesus Christ.
What happened?
For the cost.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right.
How does Doctor Strange open that shit up?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
You're just wasting time, bro. All right, so that's pretty much it. So what's your take on that, by the way? That's
that Microsoft is E Corp.
Actually, I think they're doing. I mean, I know it's all money enterprise stuff, but I actually approve. I have no problem with them purchasing, especially since Activision Blizzard, bro, has been having a lot of heat lately with the whole sexual harassment crap, and I don't know if you knew that too. Oh, they have a bunch of they have a lawsuit of sexual harassment behaviors within the company, and it has gone pretty bad.
In Activision?
Yeah, bro.
Who the fuck is who's harassing whom?
Yeah, it's the superiors with some of the employees, bro. Of course, what do you think is gonna be the other way around?
Could be. Called the shakedown, bro.
Now what happens? But yeah, dude. I mean, they've been going through a lot of heat, especially since we're having a lot of bad games coming out lately.
What games do they have? I mean, the only games I remember from these assholes are Tony Hawk 1 and Tony Hawk 2.
That's Activision.
But that's what we're talking about. Activision.
If you're talking about, but you remember the Activision Blizzard? There are two different companies that also merged.
Yeah, I know.
So
Blizzard, I don't remember.
On Activision side, the main big one is Call of Duty. That's their main thing on Activision.
Never played any of them.
Okay. On Activision side, even though they're merged, they're still two different developers.
Right.
They make different games. On Activision side, right now, the big one is Call of Duty. That's their main, even though they have a bunch of other ones, right?
Okay.
A bunch of other IPs. Call of Duty is their main one right now that everybody's worried about, because all of the platform makes money out of Call of Duty because it gets played a lot. And on the Blizzard side, they have World of Warcraft, which people still play.
World of Warcraft, that's right.
And then they have
I knew I came from that.
Overwatch, which is now Overwatch 2. That's another story, by the way, with Overwatch. Do you know that they made Overwatch 2, right?
I had never played Overwatch.
Okay, I haven't played Overwatch 2, but I have to keep up with their crap, unfortunately. So they have Overwatch, and then they release Overwatch 2. Now check this out. When Overwatch 2 came out, they completely discontinued Overwatch 1, and this is a completely online game, bro. Overwatch is like, it's like a, how do I put it? It's like a purchase version, or like a more, let's say it's the Fortnite of Blizzard.
Right.
It's similar stuff, right? It's a shooter, you get a team, whatever, right? It's the same basic stuff that we're tired of, which is the simple first-person shooter stuff. And but a lot of people play that game. So look what these people did. So they ended Overwatch 1 and they released Overwatch 2. So they charged people for the copy of it, and then they released it free to play.
Okay.
All right. So when they did that, a lot of people got mad because I purchased the game or whatever, and then okay, no, we know what, we're gonna refund. I think it was a whole mess thing going on at the beginning. Okay, that got solved. The main thing is that the whole reason why they moved to Overwatch 2 is because they were gonna release a single player campaign. And this is a fully online game that never had a campaign before. So they promised a full campaign version where you can co-op, a PvE, which they normally call within the online PvE. Instead of being PvP, it's gonna be a PvE, right? So player versus environment, player versus, I don't really know what PvE means. Actually, let me look it up because I forgot what PvE means. I know about PvE since Warcraft, but I don't know what PvE means. I think it's called player versus environment. I was right. So player versus environment, that means that it's not, player versus player, you play versus the computer.
Right.
So they offer an entire story. And about last week, they said, you know what, we're dropping the entire thing. So the whole point of going to Overwatch 2 was completely, had no point or no reason to be made.
Okay.
So a bunch of people were getting mad because a lot of people play this game too.
And I'm looking at the games that they've published, and the only one I've played is Diablo. I mean, I played Warcraft with you.
Blizzard has Diablo 4 coming out.
I played WoW with you a few times, but just a few times. But Diablo is the one that I do remember playing, and I guess they made that. And I also remember playing these. These are Super Nintendo games, though. I played
from Blizzard.
Yeah, I played the Death and Return of Superman. I played that. I played Blackthorn. That was on SNES.
Blizzard released Superman games?
One back in the day.
That must have been before it was purchased by Warner Brothers.
This is back in the day, though. This is from Super Nintendo.
Because now Warner Bros. Is one that owns DC, right?
I think they always did.
Yeah. Well, I don't think
DC for quite a while. Yeah.
I don't think DC was always owned by Warner Brothers.
Well, the Batman movie from the 80s.
It was Warner Brothers?
The Tim Burton one, yeah, that was Warner Brothers.
I didn't know that. I was completely unaware of that. That's good to know. I mean, it makes no difference. It's just nice knowledge, I guess. Because I was unaware of that. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Warner Bros. Production, and it's distributed by Warner Bros. That's why the CW is also owned by Warner Bros. It's where all the
CW is the Warner Brothers channel is completely next. It was a rebranded of the channel, but it's
the free version.
Yeah, the air one.
The air one, the open air. But yeah, I mean, as far as I know, Warner Bros. Is on that for quite a while.
Oh crap, I didn't know that. But yeah, also they have Overwatch. Going back to we have Overwatch, and they have World of Warcraft, so and then Diablo. Those are the main three that the Blizzard has.
Right.
Diablo 4 is coming out soon too, and that's the only thing that may help them out get back, their thing. But we have to keep in mind that even so, they haven't released very good games lately. They still had like Diablo, the mobile game. That's the huge. You know how people hated it. It's still the huge over the world, the mobile Diablo game. Even though I think it was banned in China. That's funny thing, though, because the merger was approved in China last week. China approved the merger with Microsoft, they purchased Microsoft last week.
Right.
And so it's like, yeah, we're cool with it. You can do whatever you want with it. We really don't care. It's like, we really don't care. Since they kicked out Blizzard a while back, I think that at the beginning of the year or last year, they kicked out Blizzard out of China.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you remember that in China, for you to be an international company, you have to work with another company in China.
Yeah.
You can't just come from the outside and, like everybody else in the world, or a lot of people in the world, you can just bring your company and make the same. You can't do that.
Just like in Mexico.
No, you can actually bring your international company to Mexico and be fine. In China, you have to merge completely with a different company, or actually work fully with another company.
Just like in Mexico.
To be able to work.
It's the same thing here.
No, it's not.
Coca-Cola isn't Coca-Cola here. It's Coca-Cola Distribución, no sé qué.
Well, that's different. That's because you have to register. That's different. You have to.
But you have to register.
But it's the company.
But what I mean is the registration has to be done through a Mexican entity, just like in China. It's the same thing.
But it's still the same company. You're not understanding.
No, it's not.
No, yeah, it is. It's the same company. It's the exact same company.
As ChatGPT.
In China, it doesn't work like that. You cannot have an international.
In China, the only difference between Mexico and China is that the Chinese government has that entity, owns them.
That's what I mean.
Here in Mexico, it's still a free market, but it's still a Mexican national who is owning that entity within the country.
But the only difference is that by the company, Coca-Cola, or whatever you want to call it.
Kind of, yeah.
That's the difference between China. In China, you have to work. You can.
It's still owned by Coca-Cola, for example, in China, but it's going through a Chinese company.
That's the thing you're not understanding. No, Coca-Cola does not have a full company assembled in China. You have to work with another company in China.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Where you can sell their products to that company or whatever, and that's how you.
That goes through the CCP.
Exactly, but it's a complete. You can't compare them because they're completely different. Honestly, that's what I meant with the work kicked out, because they broke the deal with the company we're working with, and that's it. There's no more Blizzard in China because they don't want to. The company in China doesn't want to work with you anymore, and you're done. You know what I mean? That's it. It's a big difference. That's the big difference. I mean, if Coca-Cola has in Mexico here, I have a Coca-Cola, you can just kick me out. I mean, I have a building company here, even though it's not a company that it was actually created in Mexico, whatever. That's the main difference. Anyways, so yeah, they approved the deal. They don't care. They were like, yeah, sure, you can do whatever you want with your company, or
right.
They didn't make a big deal out of that. So yeah, that's my note on the whole Microsoft update that I have been saving up for a while now, because I've been keeping up on that. I actually want this merger to go through though. It's been so long, dude. It's been over a year since we've been trying to. I mean, since people have been following this like myself.
Yeah.
The only reason why I actually like my main hope, if this goes through, it will allow me. I'm hoping at least, right? This is my hope. I'm hoping that when the deal comes through, if it does come through, Microsoft decides to actually merge World of Warcraft into Game Pass, and I can play it at a cheaper price. It's so expensive to play just one single game. You know what I mean? You have to pay $15 a month to play World of Warcraft.
It's a subscription base.
It's a subscription base. And it's still a subscription base to this day, and it's always been $15 a month. $15 for a single game is ridiculous to me to play at a monthly fee. It's just so stupid. It makes no sense. And I have friends that have paid that shit for years, bro.
Jesus.
For years, they have paid $15 a month just to play World of Warcraft. It's such not a good deal to me at all. But if they merge it with Game Pass and they allow it on PC within Game Pass, that is a deal I'm down with. Because Game Pass is like $9.99, right? I think the PC one is cheaper. I think it's $7.99 for the PC version one or whatever. You get all they have available for Game Pass plus, World of Warcraft. Fuck yeah, dude, that makes perfect sense. That's a completely better deal that I'm down for. That's including I think Diablo and I'm not sure if I think Warcraft is the only one that requires a monthly subscription. Because out of the 3 games, which is Diablo and what was the other one that I just told you right now, the Overwatch, I don't think they require that at all. But anyways,
but Overwatch, I like I said, I've never played that one, but I do remember the female poster.
The one that everybody,
that I do remember.
Yeah, I mean the game's supposed to be cool. I haven't played it because I'm not a big fan of a microtransaction game, especially when you get play for free, and you have to grind so much to get a single upgrade or something like that. If you're not willing to pay for it,
right?
Because that's what they do. If you don't pay for it, they make you grind it for months and months until you get something you want, or you can pay for it to get it now. And that concept to me is retarded. That's why I normally stay away from any game like that. It takes the fun out of me.
Yeah,
like it takes the fun out of me. But a lot of people loves it, and this is the new modern gaming, how they call it. I guess this is the new modern gamer that people love that shit now. They love that microtransaction crap. And
yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm from Super Nintendo times. You bought the cartridge and that's
everyone they're from our time, they're completely against all that crap. But
it's stupid. It's monopolizing. It's give me all your money. It's sucking people dry for no reason.
That's how modern games
without fun.
That's all.
Back in the day, I would buy the cartridge. I'd have to blow on it a few times. But I just cram that bitch in there.
Don't even go that far off. Like, let's go like early 2000s, for example, where you get a full-on AAA game and you purchase the goddamn game. You know what I mean? Now there's it's a big difference between having DLCs.
Hold on.
What?
Nintendo's sneaky, bro.
Oh yeah, we're
hold on. Nintendo's sneaky, bro. They started, with their cartridges.
Yeah.
And then Sony came out with their CDs, and then Nintendo said, fuck it, I'm doing one too, and then they had their CDs, and then the Wii came out, and Nintendo said, well, fuck it, let's leave the cartridges behind, and they did the CD game, bro.
The CD game?
Yeah, the Wii. You bought CDs for the Wii and the Cube. The Cube had those little mini CDs. Yeah. And then the Wii had the regular size CDs.
They have to get with the program because everybody else was doing
But then they said, fuck you, fuck everything, fuck everybody. I'm going back to cartridges. And they went to even smaller Nintendo Game Boy style cartridges.
Dude, that's what
Bro,
you are
that's like crazy, bro.
Off.
How am I off? I'm just stating what they did.
No. I'm going to tell
you. What the fuck?
Listen.
Hold on. How am I off if I'm just stating it's like, whoa,
Let me tell you.
tried it out and said, fuck this. I'm going back to cartridges.
It wasn't Nintendo. It was Sony.
Sony made them go back to...
Yes. You know why? I can tell you in simple word, PS Vita. PS Vita was first to go back to cartridges before Nintendo did.
I didn't use... I had a PS Vita. Hold on.
A lot of people don't remember that.
I had a PS Vita, but I didn't use...
A lot of people don't remember that.
I didn't play games on it like that.
A lot of people don't remember that.
The PS Vita had CDs still, though, didn't it?
No, the PSP was mini disc.
Yeah, I remember.
And then then when they switched to the Vita, it was a cartridge, bro.
Really?
Yes. And that was when Nintendo was still on CDs. And then when Nintendo saw Sony going back to cartridges, Nintendo was like, then we can go back to cartridges since it's now updated to hold big games. And because especially since the Vita failed. But a lot of people doesn't think. A lot of people likes to throw this Nintendo like they're the king.
No, I wasn't saying they're the king. I said that they're sneaky.
They're not even.
And
sneaky.
No fucking point. I said
they're not even sneaky.
I said that they decided that they started out in cartridge, and then some point after the Wii, they're like, fuck this. I'm not doing CDs anymore.
What is ironic, and I'm talking about like an Alice Motorcycle ironic shit here going on. What is ironic is that at the beginning was Sony that dethroned them from the whole cartridge, and they were like, crap. It was Sony the one that took down the whole cartridge crap when they released the first
CD,
the first PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
And then Nintendo had to like get with the program and go back to CD. Funny thing that it was Sony who went back with cartridges. And they failed.
See, I didn't remember the Vita.
And they failed, and cartridge. Nintendo took over. Nintendo was like, then we can go back.
Wait, was the Vita cartridge or was it SD?
It looks exactly like the one from the Switch. It was even the same size, bro.
But is that SD or is it cartridge? I mean,
dude, it was a full-on cartridge. It was a proprietary cartridge. It was extremely proprietary.
Oh yeah,
just like the Switch.
I remember now.
It was a little cartridge, and you put it on top.
In order to update the memory on the Vita, we had to purchase
that was for the PSP. You could never mess with the Vita memory. That's why it failed. That's what it failed.
Oh, that's right. That's
what it failed.
Well, for the PSP, you had to buy a separate little adapter.
Yeah, but the adapter was never made for
the.
So they couldn't hack it. They couldn't hack the one for the Vita. What did they hack was the cartridge. They hacked the cartridge, but it was too late by the time that they hacked it.
Right.
I mean, the reason why the Vita failed is because they could not get cheaper memory for it. Like the actual memory slot, like the memory card.
I honestly thought the Vita failed because the games just suck.
No, it has some amazing games. It still has an amazing collection of games. I had the Vita and I loved it.
I had the Vita too, and I didn't even remember it. I didn't remember how to work.
You had my Vita.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You have my Vita. It was my Vita, the one you had.
No, I had a white one too.
No, bro, you have my Vita. You were talking about the PSP, maybe.
I had the PSP. I had the PSP back when it first came out because I still have.
a while back.
I still have the Constantine game for it. I still have it laid around the house.
Even know there was a
not the game. Sorry, the movie, the Constantine movie, because they also sold movies in those mini discs.
Yeah.
I remember I had the PSP, and then I had the PS phone, the Sony one, the Sony PlayStation phone that came out. That and I remember I used to play the shit out of what are they called, the emulators on that motherfucker right there, because that's all I did with it. It's literally emulate Super Nintendo on my PSP.
Yeah, after you hacked it, of course. That thing was easily hackable.
No, because it was Android. I didn't have to hack shit.
Oh, that's the phone one, right?
That's the phone one. Yeah. PSP, all I did was go to the freaking market and download emulators from the already established Google Market or Google
what's
Play.
Funny? It's funny how the PSP was hacked so quickly, and it lasted a lot longer. Like it made a lot more money for Sony than the PS Vita did, and it was hacked a lot earlier. A lot of people blame that there's piracy what takes things down. Nah. But I don't think that's true. What I think is a lot of people like to try it out before they actually get it and purchase it.
Yeah, of course.
And I agree with that. Like if I want to see a game, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I pirate it. When I want to try out a game that I'm not sure my computer's gonna run it or if I like it or not, I pirate it. And then after I pirate it, I see that I like it and I see in a discount on Steam or whatever, then I purchase it. Because it's the right thing to do. I mean, you have to understand. At least I understand that after a while, that especially on games and software, a lot of people get royalties. They work to be able to get that. They don't just get paid to make the game. They work on the game and then they'll earn how the game sells. So that's when they say it's like, oh, support the developers. That is why. The term of supporting the developers is because not every developer gets money from, like you're the one that the work on developing the game.
Yeah.
You don't just get paid.
Well, you know what? Pretty soon that support the developer bullshit is going down the drain because pretty soon there will be no developers. It'll just be some asshole with ChatGPT getting it done.
There still will be people. You still need. I mean, ChatGPT will help you some way in there, but it won't do the entire job.
It'll get, but what I'm saying is that it'll get to the point where it does the entire job. It'll get to the point where
look, bro. Look, this is what a lot of people are being more afraid of, and I'm gonna put a simple concept.
I'm not afraid. I'm waiting for that.
No, and I'm talking about like in the industry when it comes to AI.
I'm not in that.
Especially the people when it comes to art. Those are the main ones that are being hurt right now because they're like, oh, we're gonna be without a job.
The artists.
Because they're like, oh, listen. It makes sense in a way. They're like, oh, we're gonna be without a job because AI can make an art or a drawing or whatever in seconds, right?
Yeah.
Or in a few minutes or whatever. I'm gonna bring out this concept real easy. That happened a long time ago, because this is not the first time. Believe it or not, this is not the first time this happens. And I'm gonna give you a very quick example. But what's
happening though?
Let me tell. With the whole thing with the AI stealing jobs, because they can create things or create images.
Yeah. Just like when the printer came out.
Especially, it's not even there, bro. Especially on when it comes to art. They're still in a sue on that. I don't know if you knew that. They're being sued, because of the ChatGPT is so scared. A lot of artists are like, well, what the hell this is how I make money. This is my job. I have originality or whatever, which no longer will be applied because AI can do it, and it's faster, quicker, and cheaper. I'm going to bring a quick, funny, easy concept that this is something that happened before, and it's not going to take jobs away from anybody. Before there were cameras, people used to draw pictures. Like if you wanted a portrait, like if you wanted, they used to draw them. paint them, whatever, right? And when the creation of the actual camera film or the camera itself, all the artists were also, they're like, fuck, we're done. We have no longer a job. They even sue the creator of the camera. I don't know, a lot of people doesn't remember this. This is back in the early 1900s.
1800s. Late 1800s.
Late 1800s, early 1900s, right? When the actual camera was created, that you can quickly have a portrait of your family without having to have somebody there for hours for you to draw you or whatever, or paint you. And it was a lot more accurate, you know what I mean? Like, it's actually an image of you. And they even created like urban myths, you know, it's like, oh, you don't go to the camera because it will suck your soul. Remember that? Remember that? See, those are the things you make so they can try to slow down the industry when it comes to that. It's the same concept, bro. Like, it's the same thing. There's a new tool created that it can easy that job and maybe do it better. But it doesn't mean that artists are out of work. You know what I mean? Like, there's up to this day, there's artists still make, they just shifted to a different job. They had to create, instead of just doing people's portrait, they did other things. You know what I mean? Like, they use it for many other things. So it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they first have their moment of panic and then they adapt.
Exactly. They have to adapt. Instead of crying like a little...
No, they still cried like bitches. They still cried up to this day like bitches. In fact, there's an entire fucking saying behind the art concept or the art world, or in fact, the study of art itself. An art major and things like that. There's an old saying. It's like, do you want to fucking starve? Is that why you're studying art? Because you just want to starve?
Yeah, I know. Actually,
you want to be that starving artist? Is that what you were trying to do? That's what parents would tell you to their kids back in the day. Why don't you be a doctor, you idiot? Yeah. Why don't you be something useful? You want to be an artist? Oh my god!
Being an artist to me is as close as trying to be an actress or an actor. Going into drama, acting.
I guess, but no, because even if you fail in the art acting circuit itself, you still have something big to fall back on, and that'll pay decent for the time. Do a few hundred films and retire, and that's fucking porn.
Funny thing that I'm saying at the point how they make funny, it's like, oh, I want to be an actor. Oh, you want to start? You know what I mean? Like, it gets to the same area.
Because it's the arts, bachelors in art and bachelors in communications and things like that.
But here's the adapting part again. What I see, bro, that a lot of people don't see is bringing back to the concept I brought up earlier with my thing. A lot of people that are studying acting, it doesn't mean that because back in the day, if you don't make it in a movie or in a show, there's no point of being an actor. But nowadays you have independent content.
Yeah.
And that is what a lot of acting
that's what I was talking about the instead of crying about it, adapt and
Exactly. That's what I mean. If you like being an artist, if you like being an actor, don't just cry because something else could take your charge. Just adapt.
And the people that don't cry are the ones that make it.
Yeah. For example, I follow a lot of YouTubers. They have like characters roles. You know what I mean? They make their own character. Like for example, like the Angry Video Game Nerd that I told you. Oh, there's another one that I was following. I remember if I send you Uncle Roger. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah.
The little Chinese,
little Asian dude
with the orange. That's also a character. That one. Dude, I cracked myself up with that one. That's actually a character that he created. There's another one.
But see here, hold on. Let me stop you there. He
studied acting. They're all study acting.
I'm sure they did.
Game also study acting.
But look at it this way as well. Look at it from the way I see it is that, okay, yeah, you're gonna have, let's say 100 people, that out of those 100 people, only 1 or 2 are really going to make it. Why? Because those only 1 or 2 people have that grace.
I disagree.
Have that grace.
That's what I disagree.
And that Uncle Roger dude, he has grace. He's funny.
If you actually hear his story, that was completely a fluke. Like that character that he created,
and his grace gave him that fluke.
He studied acting, and he's a comedian.
Right.
So he created like 3 or 4 other characters before he made that one.
Okay.
And he was not even he was just trying it out, and for some reason he watched the video they actually booming, which was the lady from BBC making the rice, and they were rinsing it, and he was like, oh, this is just not, what are you doing? A lot of people loved it. And
Exactly.
that's when he became his boom. And he became, he's extremely famous.
Because he has grace.
Even though he just got canceled in China, by the way. They kicked him out of China because the only thing he said, he had a stand-up in the States. I don't remember what it was, actually. Indonesia, something like that. He had a stand-up show. And in the stand-up show, he made a joke. And he's like, oh, China is great. China is great. Yay. For that, dude. Just because he said that.
So he's not Chinese.
No, he's not. He's Indonesian. He's
Indonesian.
Indonesia. But yeah, just because he said, like, oh yeah, China is great. He did like a face, like, you know what I mean? They closed his entire social medias, bro. All of his social medias and stuff. He was completely canceled in China just because they make fun of China. Oh my god, dude. Dude, that's horrible, bro. I don't want to be in a
part of the business.
I don't want to be in a place like that. Not even close. Anyway, back to the point. So yeah, and the other one, remember that guy? I don't know if I send you a few videos of this guy, but have you seen the one that says emotional damage? They call him the emotional damage guy. Do you know his company is called the Failure Enterprise, something like that? That is so funny. That's also a guy that he's an actor too. He's a comedian and he studied acting.
Yeah, I know.
And that the Asian dad, they call him the Asian dad. That's what he calls his character, the Asian dad. He was doing. Did you know that emotional damage was because of a video game video that he was making? He made a video game video when they were making fun of the Chinese, how they were good in video games.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, the thing is they're so good at video games that they have to create a new difficulty setting called Asian settings. You have to watch the video; it's hilarious. But
he's a comic that focuses on stereotypes.
Yeah, exactly. So they're like, oh, the Asian settings, right? So in the Asian settings, and the dad is playing it, and he dies out of everything. So he does one of them was emotional damage.
Yeah. Your cousin, he's 9 years old.
That's why he's screaming.
He has 15 years work experience.
Yes, he has 10 years. He is 9 years old. He has 15 years of work experience.
And it's like, how did he get that? He's like, he worked 3 jobs.
He worked 3 jobs.
Seen that dude? He's funny as hell. Huh?
Well, he's funny as hell, dude.
But he has grace.
But then again, it's another character. It's another character that he has.
Okay, now let me put it.
They managed to redesign themselves and be independent creation, content creation. They make thousands, dude. They make
good.
The guy from Emotional Damage, he make over $50,000.
And they deserve it because they have that grace for it. They are good at it. But see, that's what I'm telling you. You just named me 2 fucking Asians out of billions.
But I don't think
that's what I'm talking about.
I don't think there is a billion.
No, I know,
acting.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about, and that all relates to the AI thing. You know, a lot of these folks are all complaining and bitching and, oh, the AI this, AI that. It's like, motherfucker, you got into a class of 1,000 people where only maybe, if lucky, 10 are going to make it.
That is true. I mean,
so
out of the entire
AI is not going to change anything because they're already fucked to begin with.
If you want to...
In fact, if they're smart enough, if they don't have that grace and they use AI to their advantage, they're going to actually be able to make something better than what they were doing before they even... started bitching about the AI, because now they could actually make the AI give them grace.
Exactly, like create a character for them.
Exactly,
create a character.
Like that short film that you showed me, the cartoon Rock Paper Scissors that was created with AI generated background.
That was crazy.
That was great. That was great, dude. They did a second one where they're doing the dude's just running around in the backyard like a fucking idiot. But they turned him into an alien using the AI generation.
Oh, that was awesome. That was Corridor Crew, what's it called? Something like that. Corridor something.
I don't know, but that was awesome.
Oh, dude,
they did a great job.
Are great at being the first of making innovation things like trying shit out. Literally trying.
They're just trying
when
shit
it
out.
comes to VFX.
And it's coming out good.
When it comes to VFX,
but that right there gives me hope. It gives me hope for the future of entertainment.
And believe it or not, dude, that video, the one you're talking about with the rock paper scissors, it was carrying a lot of orders, because that video was completely made. It was filmed for real, and it was turned into an animation, something that has never been done before.
I know.
Not successfully like they've done it. And a lot of artists, you can actually find a lot of reviews and reactions. You can find a lot of reactions on YouTube. of actual artists reacting to that video.
Yeah.
They're like, holy crap, I'm out of a job.
I didn't see the reaction. See that right there. Holy shit, I'm out of a job. Motherfucker, adapt.
Dude, I seen guys
do it.
Listen, I seen guys that work at Disney for like 15 years reacting on that video, and they were like, this is amazing, but at the same time it's scary. Like, it's impressive they got that done, and at the same time they're like, crap, am I gonna be working by Disney tomorrow?
Look, this is the way I see it, and I'm gonna look at it in a very human way, in a very direct human way. Okay, I'm tired of Disney.
Oh yeah, everybody is.
Hold on.
I'm just bringing Disney because
let me just bring it up though. Let me just bring this out. I'm tired of Disney. I'm tired of Pixar. I'm tired of the same old. I want to see new things. I want to see innovation. I want to see
What are you talking about?
I want to see.
You love the Mario movie. That's going back to the original crap that they made from back in the mid to late 90s.
And
bro.
Mario was great, but Mario isn't the only content.
Sorry if you hate me, but I don't think Mario was that great.
I thought it was great.
I don't think so.
But then again, you and I probably look at the word great in different ways. Great doesn't mean that it's fucking awesome.
I mean, it's a normal movie
but
from
what
the
I'm
late
saying is,
1990s, bro.
You know what? I'm deviating from my goddamn topic. Now shut the fuck up and listen to me. So, I'm tired of these companies because what they're bringing out is pretty much the same shit over and over and over. And when I saw that animation that they did, the rock paper scissors, AI generated bullshit, and then they did the other one with the dude just running around like an idiot in the backyard, but then they put that alien on there, and it's like, holy shit, that was great.
Corridor Crew, check them out, by the way. They have a channel, Corridor Crew.
Well, that gives me hope, because now there might be some asshole out there that just has absolutely no what's the word I'm looking for here? No aspiration in life to actually go out there and bring about their creative, ideas out to the world. And this will probably give them that opportunity to do it. So I'll be able to see this random asshole do something, and I'll be like, holy shit, that is great. That is awesome. Fresh, breath of fresh air coming from the twisted, sick mind of someone else that I don't know who it is. Could be anyone at this point. And that is great. That to me is awesome.
Actually, I seen something very similar to what you're saying already. But before the AI stuff. I saw one guy, I don't know if you've seen it, he made a show. Have you heard of Warhammer 40,000?
Yeah.
The series Warhammer, the company, whatever. He made an entire amazing, bro, by himself, an amazing short film and several short episodes on YouTube for Warhammer 40,000. You had to see it.
Animated
by himself, bro, without using AI. So I get your point. What I'm trying to say is I get your point. And imagine if you had the help of AI, it will be much more impressive.
Yeah, and all I'm saying is that these people need to stop bitching and use it to their advantage.
You review this guy's work, dude. Even Corridor Crew reviewed it, and they were extremely impressed of how one guy, can do so much. And now I think about that, and then you see these major companies with all these kinds of developers and art guy, what's it called? Artists. They work in creating a movie or whatever, and they end up making shit. Turning out some horrible crap. Not wanting to bring anything back, but Little Mermaid, for example. Oh my god, that is horrifying. I'm not showing my daughter that piece of junk. The animation is horrifying.
Yeah, I saw Flounder.
Oh my god, that was horrible. And you're talking about
is Sebastian a crab or
Oh, he's a real crab in the movie.
But is he a crab in the animated?
He's a crab. Yeah.
So it's not a damn, I can't remember the name. A lobster. Yeah, no, it's not a lobster. It's a crab.
It's a crab. Okay. Yeah, but in the cartoon, I mean, he's a cartoon crab. You know what I mean? Like it's an animated crab. But in the movie, he's a literal crab. Like.
Well, I mean, he is a crab.
Dude, period. Well, we're talking about imagination.
You would have thought that they could have spruced it up a little bit by making him like a morph looking.
Absolutely, they actually did it. Like people on YouTube actually the animation they redid it and they're turning it into a way that it still looks somewhat real, but it has that animation level and it looks nice. Don't.
They gave it an aesthetic appeal.
Exactly. Don't bring me this. Really, you have a whole team of designers, artists, and all these team, and this is the best thing you can make. This is the best thing you can. Same back to the concept of Luke Skywalker, for example.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker, dude. A team of people that recreate his face on deep facing for one guy do a better job on YouTube. Really? What are you doing with your life if you're an artist doing this work?
Well, they
get
probably
too comfortable. They get too comfortable working in a big enterprise. They get too comfortable. They don't have no imagination because they're having a steady paycheck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
their
but
parents. They're even probably legacy employees. Their parents were probably
if you're an
there.
artist and you're scared that you're gonna be out of a job, then do better. That's all I have to
or
say.
Fucking starve.
And, I mean, or that's gonna happen.
Or starve.
I mean, but I think it's.
I personally don't give a shit.
Stop fucking thinking this because you're an artist and nothing can replace you, and you're in a big company and you're dumb. There's a single person that can do much better job than an entire team when they don't have a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't have a job. They're not noticed. They're not working, and they can do much better work. The guy that made Luke Skywalker better was completely hired by Disney, and he made by himself the deep face on what's that on the second time the Luke Skywalker show, which was amazing, by the way. Did I show you that one?
On the third season.
No, not on the third season. He was on that horrible show from Boba Fett. There you go. That disgusting crap. The only good episode was the one where Luke Skywalker just with the Mandalorians. Yeah. It's the only one that's good. Holy crap! What a difference! What a difference one guy can do. That actually wants to do art better and has better. That wants to do it and love the art better and actually is working. Not because I'm an artist, I'm already Disney, I made it. Here we go. You know what I mean? This is
someone who's actually passionate about what they're doing. Yes, motherfucker, I know. That's what I've been saying.
Sorry, if you're an artist and you're scared that AI's gonna take your job, then
you're not passionate about it. Fuck off.
You
Starve.
Sorry, it's the fact.
I'm still waiting. See, I'm still waiting to where it gets to the point where I was like, I'm bored. I just want to watch something, and I'm hoping that this happens within the next maybe 5 to 10 years. And it's like, I want you to create this bitch. I want this whole movie, and this is how I want it. Boom.
Actually, I do have
AI
a few
generated, done.
Make an entire, at least animated.
I watch my creation.
At least animated, you know what I mean? At least animation. Maybe not a full live action, but at least animation.
Fuck the live action. Animation's good enough. And
at least animation.
And it's getting to the point where it's like, this is great.
Like, for example, I have one that I want to create one when it's, and I did this on ChatGPT as D&D. I want one what is 500 years after the last movie from The Lord of the Rings. Like, created story. I even told ChatGPT they created a story 500 years after Saruman has been taken down. From I don't know, you're not a big, you're like that crap with the varitas and the little whatever. The little sticks in their hand, but yeah, this is the real grown man stuff, real fantasy stuff.
What are you talking about?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
yeah. I know you don't watch Lord of the Rings. You rather watch guys playing with little sticks, but yeah.
Look, dude, the only thing that ruined Lord of the Rings for me were the fucking hobbits. I thought they were just annoying.
That was it.
That was it. I just couldn't stand the hobbits.
Dude, a million times better than the Ring of Female Powers. It's because you haven't watched that, have you?
I haven't watched any of that shit. I'm not gonna watch it.
Did you even watch The Lord of the Rings like a million times?
No.
Of course not.
The Hobbits ruined it for me, bro.
Why? The Hobbit has nothing to do with that. That was a prequel.
It's just aesthetically not pleasing for me. I don't want to watch it. It's like, fuck you.
Have you watched again The Lord of the Rings? No, you have not.
I played the game.
You haven't watched
Shadows of Mordor? Great game. I love that game.
You have to watch the movies.
What the fuck for?
Because the movies had a much better story, bro.
Well, the game was pretty good.
I know the game.
It entertained me. I was entertained. The story was great on it.
The movies are a million times more entertaining.
Well,
from the actual Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, and the Return of the King. And now if you had the extended editions, they're a lot better.
If I get my hands on some really good psychedelic drugs, I'll probably give it a try.
When I watched that with psychedelic drugs, that movie's good enough from just how it is.
But aside from that, I'm good. What I want though, I'm hoping for in the next 5 minimum, max 10 years. So I'm just hoping to be able to just turn on my PC and create whatever the hell I want from nothing to.
Yeah, but there's some people that don't want to do that either. They just want to turn it on and just watch whatever people make, which is cool because if you're one of those that like to go in and create stories and you can make that story, out into the world maybe like an open source kind of video.
Yeah.
It's kind of like software. But in this case, if you can create your own story, have AI make it, and it's your own story, even though AI made it, you can make it public without breaking any copyright, anything, because
it's the original story.
If other people can watch it, that'll be awesome. Because not everybody has the same, thinking that you do that wants to.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to maybe watch, kind of like YouTube. Something you're kind of describing YouTube.
Yeah, but in a better way.
Yeah, I know you're kind of describing YouTube. So I like watching. One of my main, I consume YouTube a lot.
For example, if I were to use my own imagination, and have this AI create what is in here, not a lot of people will be able to watch that shit.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be for everyone. In fact, it would be for a very, very specific group of people. So if I were to put my imagination out there in physical form, it's not gonna be for everyone.
Yeah, I bet.
And that to me is the problem with the entertainment business right now, because yes, a lot of people are putting out their own original imaginative content, but it's not for me either. It's not what I want to watch. It's not what I'm interested in. It's not what I enjoy. And I try to go out there and watch things, something new, for example, because right now all I've been doing entertainment wise is I've been watching old shit, bro. I don't know what's going on right now.
There hasn't been nothing original lately. Everybody had run out of ideas. That's why AI came out right in the right time, because we ran out of shit. We don't have no more creativity anymore. It's being rare when something creative comes along.
That's actually I don't believe that. I believe that they're still very creative people, but it's just not for everyone. What their creative ideas that are coming out are just not for everyone.
It's always been like that.
Well, yeah, of course.
When you create something new, it's not for everybody. Not going too far. James Cameron just came out 12 years and make the same movie again. The same movie again. And I'm not talking about no. He literally made Avatar 2 the same movie as Avatar 1.
And you know what Avatar 1 was?
A movie.
Pocahontas.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That was Pocahontas, bro.
Either way. I mean, a lot of people love it. I like the movie.
Yeah,
not because it's something original.
It was visually nice to see. It was entertaining in that sense.
Here's the funny thing. It was, even though, because the last time I watched it, when I came out was 12 years ago. Even though I watched it several times after that, I like the movie because of everything is happening right now with the woke shit. This is something that it takes a little bit of weight on that. I mean, it still shifts us to the whole environment crap and all that stuff, whatever.
I don't want to stop you midway there, but dude, what is your deal with the whole woke thing? It's bothering you so much. I figured it would bother me so much, but I've noticed that it's bothering you
annoying the living
hell of a lot.
It's annoying the living crap out of me. Because, dude, I come from a time that doesn't really matter.
I come from the same time, bro, and it doesn't bother me as much.
It does. It gets annoying, bro.
Oh yeah, especially a lot of things get annoying.
Dude, I'll tell you one single point. It gets a bit annoying when it's things that you're forcing into me and things that I don't want to watch. I know I can just not watch it, but when you throw it into everything and everything has now to be done that way, it's retarded. It's extremely stupid, especially when you enforce it into the kids. That is what's driving me insane. That is what's driving me crazy.
But I don't see it any different from anything else.
It's completely different.
Because
you can create a story without enforcing that. You can create a story without enforcing.
No, that's not what I'm talking
lesbian or enforcing whatever non-binary shit.
But
I mean,
what I'm
you
saying
can create a story about action or what's happening or anything. Just It doesn't when we used to watch show, it doesn't matter if it's girl, if it was boy, if it was black, if it was white, Chinese. We didn't give a shit, dude. We watch stuff and we just watching it for the story. We're not watching it because I want to see, you know, this Chinese hooking up with other Chinese and they're all male and they're in a community or gay community.
What the fuck are you watching?
That's what you're seeing now, dude. That's what they're saying, that you have to put it in there. There have to be some sort of guy gay.
Okay, so
there has to be a non-binary. There has to be a black person, or even all blacks person, kind of like going back to that what's it called, that show from Netflix.
Okay, maybe because I haven't watched anything new, I don't know.
That's what I meant. You haven't watched anything new.
I'm watching,
it's
like, for example,
stupid.
Let me give you my rundown. You do
know the Egypt fucking sue Netflix, right?
Oh yeah. But I mean, they've been doing shit like that all the time.
No, they have not. That's the point. They have not, dude. How dare you? I swear to God, and nobody bring this up. Nobody, but I'm gonna give you an easy concept. People probably hate me, and I'll probably get canceled on the first goddamn episode on the podcast. Bro, how dare you change the story of an entire place just because you want to? But if I say I'm gonna make a story about Martin Luther King and he's gonna be white, how do you think about that? Just because I like the actor to be white?
Go for it.
Just because, dude, I will fucking get raped, dude. I will be destroyed.
Get some lube and take it.
That will be racist. You're an inconsiderate. How dare you change Martin Luther King?
Fuck them.
This is our story. Now, if I'm making a fictitious story, that'll be cool. If I'm making some sort of makeup crap,
I understand. I understand what you're.
Was a robot. And
I understand what you're saying, but see, here's
if I'm making if I'm telling a story, dude, if I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you a
documented story.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna make a documented story, and just because the hell of it, I'm gonna say that Martin Luther King was white or European. How about that?
Do it.
How about that? The guy was. It's not just true, bro. It's not a documentary then. Because Martin Luther King was not white, dude.
Call it a biopic. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. That's why it doesn't bother me so much, I guess. Because it's like, fucking do it.
It doesn't. No, it's not.
Who cares?
That's the point. You're changing. Then the new generation is learning shit. The actual knowledge is garbage.
Look, man.
Literally garbage.
I know.
That's my point.
I know.
You're destroying actual history, and I'm a big fan of history. I'm sorry, I love history.
You know damn well I love history.
Then how will you feel they're destroying your history and I tell you something that doesn't make sense? You will be the first one jumping. That's not how it happened. You will be the first one jumping to that. That's not how it worked.
Because I'm not intellectually stupid. Okay?
That's exactly my point.
I know from the fact that I've read books about history throughout history.
But if they change that story that you learn,
that's fine.
Then you have a wrong story.
That's still not. It's still not a fact,
dude.
It's still not.
You just said this because you're not an unintellectual person. You have to learn the knowledge somewhere.
Yes.
What about if that knowledge was misleading or was done incorrectly or it was
you know what, if some folks decide to think that is actual fact, oh my god bless them that they're gonna suffer.
You don't know, you're learning. That's why you watch documentaries, to find out stuff in history.
It's fine.
When you read a book, bro, when you're reading a
story, that'll only make it easier for people that aren't stupid and ignorant to better live and have these ignorant motherfuckers suffering and shit. But
everybody's getting. How are you gonna classify somebody stupid when they're getting the same source of material for knowledge? And the source of material for knowledge is wrong.
Hey, you know what? You're talking about it as if it were the only fucking source of material of knowledge, and it's not.
It's not.
Exactly.
That's my point.
So if you're ignorant enough to not want to educate yourself more deeply on any topic that is bothering you in any form, then that's your problem as the individual.
I don't see it that way.
Well, you want knowledge to be for everyone. You want the knowledge for everyone to be correct. That's what you're saying.
No, bro. If I'm giving you a story, if I'm gonna throw out a story, a documentary, if I'm gonna throw a story to teach somebody, and you decide to learn from that story that I'm actually throwing at how it happened, because this is what history said happened. You know, I'm teaching you, right? You're learning from that story. Even if it's not the only story, eventually you'll see other places and other sources. Then that creates confusion on you. That's my point. That will create confusion. Wait a minute. I watched this documentary is supposed to be teaching me stuff. We saw a lot of documentaries at school. At least I did. You know, the teacher will put a lot of documentaries on you because there's an easier way for you to get, you know, knowledge. It's a much faster way for you to get knowledge is through documentaries. In schools apply it. So if you getting a documentary over a book, let's put it that way, whatever. If you see a book, and in the book it describes, because the book does describe how everything happened, how people was, their descendant, whatever story it was. If you're reading something and they say that the king of the Aztec was from Europe, you're getting that knowledge, right? And then you go somewhere else and you read, no, actually he was Mexican, then I'm getting either some misinformation somewhere, or it's not you're being stupid. You're learning, bro. You're trying to get this information somewhere, and you're creating confusion on your knowledge. So you don't know who's telling the truth and who's not. So
okay,
messing
see,
up
that right there, bro, that doesn't make any fucking sense, because you can quite literally investigate and deduce from the information that you see to know what the truth is.
That's when it starts.
No, bro, listen, it's stupid.
It has happened. That's when it starts.
And they're stupid.
That's when they say that's when you have several informations around and you don't know which one is true, which one is, then you're not getting the truth.
You can still get to the truth.
How?
It's called fucking investigating.
Even if you investigate, you get in different stories,
Jesus
bro.
Christ. Okay,
that's what you're not seeing.
That's what I am seeing, and that's what I'm saying. That they're too stupid to get to the point.
You're not
to the truth of it.
You're not seeing it. You're seeing it now. You're not seeing it into the future when they start misleading or giving you misinformation on different stories. When they start messing with the actual history stories.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, bro. I know exactly what you're saying.
Change it again, and then they'll start fixing it, and then they'll start changing it. Then the person that is absorbing that knowledge is a fucking mess.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You don't get intellect by just being born with the intellect. You have to learn it somewhere.
I know. But see, okay.
And don't be lying. Okay. A lot of us know information from one single source.
Yeah. And it depends.
And especially since our generation
it depends on the source.
Again, from our generation, there was no internet from the beginning, bro. We learned a lot of shit from encyclopedias and things. What are encyclopedias, bro?
And a lot of
it's a reading form of documentary.
Encyclopedias are just an amalgamation of different studies that were all put together in one place.
Exactly.
That have also been revised throughout the time because different studies, what's the word I'm looking for here? Yeah, different studies have, already evolved in different other ways where other new materials were new, what's that shit called? God damn it, dude. Now I'm getting all dumb. I'm getting a brain fart.
I thought you were so intellectual, small, bro.
Actually, I'm trying to find the word for regular folks to understand. But what I'm trying to say is that most encyclopedias, let's say that we had back in the 80s and 90s, most of the information has been revised because new information has come out based off of studies that have still continued to be done by different people. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. If you want to know about something specific, you're going to go to a specific place to look for it. Okay, but if you want to know and if you want to learn about actual studies that are still ongoing about different subjects, you're gonna go to university chats. You're gonna go.
That makes sense.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say.
That's nothing to do with what I say.
It has everything to do with what you're saying, because if you want to actually learn about, let's say, Cleopatra in this particular sense,
is there new studies that she's black and her entire family was black?
No, of course not.
There you go. Then what are you just contradicting what I'm saying?
No, I'm not contradicting what you're saying.
Yourself. Yeah, you are.
I'm actually supporting what you're saying in that sense, that these young black people that are going to watch this documentary say, oh, Cleopatra was black. That's just ignorance running deeply through them. That's what I'm saying. That is ignorance for them to say, okay, this says it must be true.
Even if you're right,
that's all I'm saying.
Wait a minute, I never heard of Cleopatra being black. You saying I'm a black person, I'm like, it's a little fishy. I'm gonna look around and see what else. Okay,
that's all I'm saying. It's ignorance. That's all.
Either way, again, I'm telling you again. Either way, you're still getting confusion on people. Does it make sense?
And I'm saying
get into my point.
And yes, I know your point. I understand your point completely. Is not what I'm saying is that it's fine. In fact, no, it's okay.
I don't think it's fine. I agree with the Egyptian people. Why in the fuck would you? I would not like somebody to be like, you know what, Simon Bolivar was black, bro. Or Simon Bolivar was from, I don't know, let's say it was an American guy from Canada.
Okay, you know what? All those things,
bro, that's not how it rolls.
All those things, I know that it bothers a lot of people.
I would not like Netflix, literally. I would not like to Netflix to come and be like, I'm gonna make a story about Simon Bolivar, which was the liberator of South America, and I'm gonna make him, you know, I don't know, Mexican or something like that. Like he was from Mexico, and nothing against a Mexican, I live in Mexico, but it's not true.
Well, technically he was Mexican in the sense
he wasn't. He was just from Spain, but whatever.
Technically, he was Mexican.
His parent was completely from Spain. Don't change it. Don't try to bring misinformation again. See, this is what gets messy, and it's not fucking cool.
Look, I'm obviously stating. I mean,
my entire country would be extremely pissed off.
And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. That's what I'm trying to say. It is. I understand completely your point, and I'm trying to tell you that is honestly okay. It's okay to bring out that misinformation. Why? Because there's a lot of things out there that have been misinformed throughout the years. Shit, the Bible itself has been a fucking treasure trove of misinformation throughout fucking, 4,000 years already? It's like, bro, it's fine. It's okay. Everyone can have their opinions. But just like everyone has opinions.
But history is not an opinion. That's the thing.
Oh, that's a fucking opinion. That is not a documentary. That's an opinion.
Not. You know what's funny?
Let me call it what it is. It's an opinion.
You know what's funny, dude? You know this.
They can tack the word documentary on it, but the fact is, it's an opinion.
Listen, here's my opinion. Now, if you're bringing out opinion,
there you go.
This is my opinion of why this whole mess is going on.
Okay.
I agree with the whole, the Egyptian being pissed off or this documentary.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this is a whole fucking thing created by Netflix and you know who the creator of the documentary is?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes. It's just, bad publicity is better than
publicity.
No publicity.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's a whole scheme just to bring some sort of publicity.
Yeah, just like The Little Mermaid is a cash grab from Disney.
Exactly. It's people is if Netflix would have made this documentary and just pointed out normal, I would have watched this thing, to be honest.
Yeah, it would have just been there.
It would have just been there.
I would have been scrolling through Cleopatra.
We have known about Cleopatra forever. I mean, it's another documentary, another story.
The bitch died forever ago.
I mean, this story seems legit. I mean, this is pretty much how it happened. Like, great. I mean, cool. And that's it. They would have spent millions on creating the show, and the show would have been there, probably ignored after a month. Let's be honest. Yeah. Just because of the fact that it has such a bad publicity, it would be watched so much. Just because of that fact. Of course, in a negative way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a negative way. But eventually, they'll fix it. They'll come with a deal.
Any publicity is good publicity.
They'll come with a deal with the Egyptian government. They'll be like, all right, we'll redeem it. We'll do something. We'll take it off, whatever, But the publicity was already out there. You know what I mean? Like, and especially on Chicken. This bitch has such bad publicity already. Oh, my God.
But you do see that I do understand what you're saying. But I'm just saying that it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that big of a fucking deal.
It's not a big of deal because you're not Egyptian. If you were Egyptian, it would be a big deal.
Oh, well, I mean, shit. I don't give a shit. They could do something. They could fucking make a movie about, Mexican history and shit, completely twisted. Because, there's a lot of black folks out there on, the YouTube verse and shit saying that the original Mexicans were black, that the original Mayans were black, because
of
the way they look.
But if you say that
on the ancient stones.
But if you bring up to a white guy that Texas, New Mexico, California were Mexican territories and they were part of Mexico and they were stolen, they get mad. They get upset.
Who gets upset?
And the white people.
They don't.
Calling the white people.
They don't get upset.
Oh yeah, dude. I actually seen a lot of them. They bring that.
Really?
Actually, oh yeah, dude. They get actually, especially the ones that are working on deportation and stuff like that. They get mad. They get mad because they're like, oh, these people are coming in and taking a job. It's like, well, if you remember right, Texas is their home. No, this is not home. Oh yeah, it is. Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and Los Angeles. It was their home. It was part
Nevada,
of Mexico.
Utah,
and
Wyoming.
They get heated. they don't like them to tell them that because it's true. It's even if a Mexican go to Texas, dude, that used to be their home.
No, not really.
It is much really.
Yeah, the ones that would say that used to be their homes are actually still there. They're still living there. They've been living there because they didn't cross the border crossed them. The people from California, the original Californians, they're still there. Their ancestors are not their ancestors.
You're talking about the native?
Yeah.
You know the native were thrown to the desert, right?
I'm not talking about Native Americans. Native Americans are pretty much the same in that aspect.
Yeah, but they were not in the desert,
They didn't get mixed that much.
When United States got invaded, they were not in the desert.
California never got invaded.
They were not in the desert.
California was never invaded.
The entire United States was invaded.
No, actually,
yes,
it was. No.
Oh, well, you don't like me changing history?
No. I mean,
I thought you were fine with it.
If you're thinking that you're trying to prove a point, I'm just simply educating you on the correct. I'm just simply educating you.
How it wasn't invaded because United States was invaded, but whatever. They just came in and they claim it as their territory. That's invasion.
After the purchase was made, yeah.
What purchase?
Santa Ana sold those lands.
No, what Santa Ana under what actual permission or regulations? Because I don't remember the natives saying, "Yeah, you can come here."
Oh no, the natives had no say in any of this.
Of course they did. It was their shit.
Yes, that wasn't. That's not the point.
It is exactly the point. You're just trying to change stuff just because you want to. It doesn't work like that.
No, that's actually. I mean, I'm educating you on that.
No,
now, if you want to believe it,
if you want to
believe it otherwise, then hey, that's fine by me. That's up to you.
I mean, you can search it.
Yeah, you can search it.
Go ahead and Google it.
And it was purchased. Now, if you're thinking about the Alamo and what happened in Texas with the Alamo, that's a whole different story.
They were all purchased illegally, right? That doesn't mean they were actually purchased. They were taken, bro. They were purchased illegally because they were not purchased by the actual permission of the Mexican people. It was completely done in political.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That doesn't matter. It's completely
done political, and it does matter because normally it has to be done by the people who have to approve because it's their territory. And it was completely done by greed. So it's not really purchased illegally, bro. It was all done illegally.
It was done by our at the moment, de facto boss, I guess. So yeah, that's.
It's not.
Of
course,
it's a pérdida. Of course, it's a pérdida.
He sold it without permission.
But, hey, he still got his money. He still got his money and left.
He took out the gold.
The deal was done. But what I'm saying is that, okay, the thing got twisted in itself. That's what I'm telling you, though. That the people that were already, the Mexican people that identified as Mexican by heritage, by nationality. That's what I'm trying to say, not heritage. The people that already identified as Mexican by nationality that were already living in Los Angeles and San Diego and fucking, what is that other one? San Francisco.
Zona árida, Arizona.
Not really, but yeah.
Nuevo Mexico, which was just Mexico. Mexico.
My point is that the people that were living there at that time, their descendants are still there. They're now considered fourth generation American or fifth generation American.
Descendants? Because there were Mexicans living there, bro.
And their kids, you dipshit. They're descendants.
But they were Mexicans either way.
Yes, they're Mexican descendants, but right now they're not Mexican descendants. They're still Mexican descendants, but they're American. They're
because
fourth generation American.
Again, because it was
fifth generation American. But what I'm saying is that they're still there. The ones that are there now are actually your people. Are actually your people's neighbors. Are actually Central and South America.
What are you referring to?
Venezuelans. Those are the ones that they're bitching about right now. Mexicans are still already out of the equation.
Even know you guys exist.
The problem with Mexico and the U.S. right now are completely different from migration bullshit. It's not even that anymore. It's a whole treasure trove of different issues. But my point is that the white folks that were getting mad, they're just like the black folks that are getting mad about, these race swapping things and all that shit. They're just ignorant. That's it. It's only ignorant. So it's okay. Now, if you want to be ignorant to that, that's fine too. That's why I will try to educate you. But hey, if you don't want to be educated, that's fine.
We disagree in that concept because
that's actually why I'm not a teacher or never aspired to be some type of teacher or anything, because I really don't give two flying fucks if you want to know or don't. If you want to live your eternal life in ignorant bliss, then be my guest. I don't care. That's the beauty of, free will and shit. It's like, do whatever fucking you want. Different strokes for different folks, buddy. So all this woke, that's my point. That's what I'm trying to get at with the whole woke thing that's bothering you, because you remind me a lot of a Republican, and not just any Republican, the fucking, you know, I'm gonna fuck my sister tonight Republicans. That's what you remind me of, bro. With the way you get angry.
No, dude,
with your anger.
I'm not angry. It's being bothered and being angry is a different story. I'm not angry with it.
Okay, I feel like you get bothered to the point you're angry.
Actually, here's the thing. We seen that since also early times too.
Calm down, buddy. I'm feeling too much hostility.
No need for the forced inclusion.
I'm feeling too much hostility from you right now.
Not hostility.
Count to 10. Count to 10 and cool.
This is such an annoying bastard. It has nothing to do with that, dude. It's just, it does, the whole inclusion thing, we've seen that. It doesn't need to be forced.
No, of course not.
We've seen it.
It doesn't work. You just get tired of it. You just get tired of it.
Yeah, you've seen it in shows.
It
doesn't need to be completely forced.
Yeah, no.
Especially when you are redoing something that we already seen before and you change it just for your whole
okay. Let me.
Which it doesn't need to. I think is that, you know, it's a different story when you, if it'll be cool if you create an original story about it, which we've seen plenty of it. This is all new crap.
So you would have.
We seen.
Let me ask you this.
I've seen many good movies.
Let me ask you this though. If they would have targeted the Cleopatra thing as a reimagine,
what's it called? That bitch says that. She says that it's a reimagined Cleopatra,
but they still use the word documentary.
But they still use it as a goddamn documentary.
Yeah,
holy shit. I'm sorry. You can't just say. You cannot just say a reimagine and then call it a goddamn, you know, historical documentary.
Okay, so this
thing, who's the goddamn ignorant and
so that's my point. That's my point. You know, so if people are gonna watch this and actually believe it's true, it already came out of the fucking director's mouth that this isn't true. You know, we reimagined it. So they've already admitted to the fact that it's not.
Again, that's not. This is what you're misinterpreting. That is not the problem. The problem is not because just they turn it black or they do the racial swap.
Okay, what's the problem?
That is not the problem.
What's the problem for you?
That is not the reason why the Egyptians are suing Netflix.
Oh, no, I know that.
The part of the historical documentary.
Yes, I know.
You can.
They're calling it fact. They're calling it fact. They're calling it fact. When they themselves admitted that it's not fact.
It's not. It's reimagine.
Yes. I know that.
You can reimagine you were a black queen. That is cool. It has no harm to anybody.
No.
But don't try to switch an entire nation fucking history just because you feel that, you know, you have to be included somewhere. Again, forced inclusion. That's what is annoying. You cannot just do your forced inclusion just because you want to feel like a black queen and you're not a black queen. I'm sorry, Jada, whatever bitch your name are. Dumb bitch. Sorry, I'll probably get canceled about this. But no, dude, that's not how it rolls. If you're gonna say this is a fictional and you want to imagine you're a black queen back in the history of Egypt, cool. But don't say it's the fact, because it's not the fact. See, you're messing up, you know.
But see, that's only one part of the inclusion thing that's bothering you. What else? Like, there's some stuff that's seriously bothering you, though, isn't there?
Actually, no.
No.
It's the whole force inclusion.
It's just the forced inclusion thing.
It's pretty much the whole force thing that they're trying to do, because it does get annoying. I seen plenty, like the movie you showed me. I seen plenty of stories that include, you know, the LGBTQ plus BWF community. You know, that seen plenty of awesome. I'm not even American to begin with. I'm not Mexican, so for me, racial was completely off my scope. What I come from, because you see all kinds of levels when I come from. You may be looking like I'm light skinned, but you don't go far off, you know, where I come from, and you see a lot of dark skinned people, tall, long, you know, whatever you call it. You see, I was born around everything. I was running around Asian, because there's a lot of Chinese people in Venezuela, a ton. So for me, they were all, you know, it was no difference. You know what I mean? I have Chinese friends. I didn't really see that crap.
You didn't have to separate because you saw us all the same. And that's how it should be. I
never had an issue with that.
I know,
now
bro.
They're trying to super enforce it like it's something mandated.
Everyone wants to feel special.
You're just making it worse. You're just making it more people reject the concept. Doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
It doesn't annoy me because, I'm seeing homosexuality in a movie or a show. No, it's because the way you're forcing it, you're creating more rejection of it.
Yeah.
You're creating more hate. It's
becoming annoying.
It's creating more hate on people because you're making it in a force. Nobody likes to shit force. It's just a fact. If you do it how you're supposed to be doing it and just include it like you were doing it normal, create your own inclusion stories, that is not forced. People will like it. I love it. I watch a lot of movies when they're all black, and I don't even care they're all black, to be honest. Like, Denzel Washington has plenty of movies when everybody in the movie is black, to be honest. There's not a single white people in it. And the story is fantastic.
Well, there are, but they're usually the bad guys.
Well, I don't know. I didn't pay much attention, to be honest. Like, I just like the stories. And I don't think that, you know what I mean? I don't think that should be changed or enforced in a way. It'll be kind of weird when let's bring up let's bring up a good concept movie. Let's say if we watch as a kid King Arthur, for example. You know, King Arthur was European and shit like that, or
was he?
Even though in the movie, in the movie you see this.
I thought it was Roman.
Whatever. I really don't know the story much about King Arthur, to be honest.
Well, it's a fable.
It's a fable, exactly. We watch many different concepts of the fable, and you can see many scenarios, and we really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because it's a made-up story, whatever you want to call it.
The
you
fable.
Can see Asian, you can see black, you can be like, whatever, you know what I mean? Because it's a made-up story.
Well, I mean, the blacks in there would make sense. The Moors.
It doesn't matter. Like, I really would not care.
And the Asians would also make sense because a lot of the warriors were from Mongols.
Completely be off my thing, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what I mean? You know, King Arthur about a big black guy. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Some more.
Like, what was the other one that I watched? The one that did make a big impact on me. I'm not gonna lie.
Robin Hood.
No. Alexander. That movie did make a big impact.
Oh, with
that one has a lot.
Deadshot.
That one has a lot of, you know,
inconsistencies.
No, not only inconsistency, because it's still a movie. You have to understand that a lot of stuff was made up.
It's a fantasy
but you
movie.
see a lot of inclusion there of all the levels, and that movie was made a while ago.
Are you sure the conclusion would be the right word?
Oh, whatever you want to call it, but you know, you see a lot of homosexuality in it. You see a lot of lesbianism in it. You see a lot of.
That doesn't seem like inclusion. That seems like just fact for the time.
Well, yeah, I know, but
it's called debauchery.
And that's something that I didn't know that the Romans were.
Dude, they would they would oil themselves down. That was
the movie that I was like, wait.
They would oil themselves down, suck each other off before a war.
But then again, going back to my point, that movie did make a big impact on me because I didn't know that. You know, I was like, holy crap. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if you're getting your history from movies only, you're not gonna know that.
You finished, dude. Again, if it's coming back to the whole inclusion thing, dude, it's been going around for thousands of years. You know, dude, I'm trying to, you know, make a point here is it's been there for so long.
I guess
so long. Okay. I know
the
oppression that is happening in the early 1900s. Because we come from the 1900s now. We are now from the late 1900s.
Let me try to sum this up real quick. Inclusion's always been there, but for some reason, people are making it more of a big deal nowadays. And the fact that they're making it such a big deal, it's like, calm down. Just shut the fuck up.
It's creating a lot more
hate. Just enjoy what's been out there for a long time without having to put it down our throats. That's what you're trying to say.
It's creating not only that, but it's creating a lot of hate. It's bringing back the hate that we, at our time, we didn't have. You know what I mean? You know, probably they'll say otherwise. They'll be like, no, we were hated. You know, we couldn't be gay or things like that back in the day because, you know, we were hated by so many people. Sorry, I don't think that happens to everybody. They're trying to bring the concept because I think that happened in the States a lot, and that's probably why it's being so forced now. Because in the 1990s or 1980s, I think, or even earlier, it was pretty heavy in the States. The whole gay and
it was actually a very serious situation because of the AIDS pandemic.
I get it, but they're trying to relay that issue that happened in there into the entire world. And I'm sorry, but the entire world didn't work around the United States.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't make sense. I mean, if I understand.
Okay, so what you're saying is that this is only coming from the U.S.
It's coming from the U.S.
Yeah,
there's nowhere else that it's coming from. Do you see the Indians, Bollywood doing that stuff? No, of course you don't. Do you see the Japanese or the Chinese cinema doing that? No, you don't. You only seeing it from Hollywood
and Korean
is the fact.
And just like the Chinese, the Koreans, the Japanese have said, because you know a lot of US influencers and media people have talked shit to the Chinese, to the Koreans to the Japanese saying, why don't you have some more inclusion? And they would tell them, you know what, fuck you, dude. This is Korean made for Koreans.
Yeah, I mean,
if it happens to get out to you, good for us, but no,
it's getting into
you.
a retarded level.
Yeah.
Like, they made a big deal again to going back Square Enix. Square Enix was one of the ones that was like, no, they actually got big heat because their Final Fantasy games, all you see is a bunch of white Asians, and there is nothing else but a bunch of white Asians. And they're like, why do you have more inclusion in your game? And it's like, who the hell telling you? I'm making a fictional story. I can make it how the hell I want. They literally say that, dude. Like, this is how we make our story, and we're not gonna change it because you don't feel included. No. Your feelings has nothing to do with what a story that I'm trying to say.
I know.
I am so sorry.
That's pretty much the rest of the world.
Exactly. Why don't you, as an inclusion, don't you create your own story and include yourself? It's just as simple as that. Stop crying about it, somebody else's story, and try to get included.
And I know what your point was with Cleopatra. I was just sassing you. I know exactly what your point is. It's the U.S. forcing their dumbass mentality onto other countries as well.
But I think it's a whole scoop of just bringing some sort of attention. It's just,
I
think it's just Herd and Netflix.
Bro, the entire United States of America is based off of nothing but actual fucking drama. That's the entire country. That's the entire country's ran, quite literally, the administration that is in there right now is nothing but drama. It's nothing, the entire Congress, Senate, everything, it's nothing but drama. The U.S. is in,
it's getting annoying.
It's a cesspool of drama queens and just bullshit. The entire world is getting tired of it, bro.
Now we're talking about Netflix. Do you know that they already applied the whole limited account thing for, what was it? It was for Mexico, Argentina, Colombia, and the United States. Yeah.
So where it's like the password sharing and all that?
Yeah. You cannot share anymore.
Never did, so it doesn't bother me.
I know. You're not supposed to do that from the get-go. But, yeah. I don't think this is the right time for them to be doing this, since they are losing millions of users already because of the whole thing again.
You know what?
That's happening.
The fact that there is just so much competition out there for them now, it doesn't matter.
See, I don't see there's so much competition, dude.
There is.
No, bro. Here's the thing. I really like Netflix, and I still do. And the only reason, again, why I'm still pro Netflix is because they were the OGs of unifying all these media companies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody else got greedy. This is what I see. Everybody else got greedy. I understand the point. It's like, we don't want Netflix to hold everything. Okay, then create a different platform that has everything as much as Netflix. You know what I mean? Like, what these companies did is that they started dividing themselves. This is the mistake or the problem that I see us as a consumer with all these companies splitting up. The whole point of going a streaming media or streaming platform is to be cheaper than cable. Now, if you want to watch everything, if you pay for all this platform, you end up paying more than getting regular cable. I mean, if you combine your Disney Plus, your Hulu, whatever, we don't get Hulu here in Mexico, but if you get HBO Plus, which also has its own independent material, if you get Paramount Plus, this platform,
everything, well, just about everything that's on Hulu in the States is on here in Mexico on Star Plus.
Well, because they don't have Hulu here, but whatever. But
it's Star Plus
because it's pointless. Yeah, but Hulu is a pointless platform. I remember I was one of the OGs of Netflix, and I was one of the OGs of Hulu too. I have Hulu when it barely came out. Hulu, because I thought you could watch the barely new episode that came out on TV, and as soon as they came out on TV, you can watch it online. Yeah. And I remember I canceled my cable subscription because I didn't use it. I spent most of my time working. So when I get home, I normally like to just watch it when I want it on demand. And watching it on demand, the cheapest way to do it is do it online. I was talking about mid 2000s here, 2006, 2007.
No.
Yeah.
Hulu was not around that.
Yes, it was. I'm sorry, but I used Hulu back in 2008. I'm sorry, but I did use Hulu 2008. It was barely starting.
It was launched in 2008.
It was barely starting. I used it when it was barely into the whole streaming service.
When you said mid 2000s, I was like, what? No, it was like late 2000s. Because I remember it came out around the same time as Facebook.
That's close to late 2000, yeah. But when I mean that I'm one of the OGs that use this thing, I'm one of the OGs that use this thing.
Yeah, I used it.
And the same thing as Netflix, dude. I was one of the OG. I was with Netflix before they became a streaming.
I used to get CDs in the mail.
DVDs in the mail, not CDs, DVDs.
On DVDs.
So, yeah, I mean, Netflix was to me the OG that unified all these companies, and you can watch everything. You know, you wanted to watch a movie from whatever, from whatever studio, and it was via Netflix. And all these companies got greedy and they start separating all this crap, making it worse on us.
Yeah, and that's why I went back to pirating.
So did I. If everybody knows, I have my Plex, and you know, I was like, screw you, all you medias, they're splitting up. I would still stick with Netflix because they have their own material now, and there's so much now that there's no point in piracy because they have so much. But this whole limited account is gonna create an issue for them more than already are. Because they're already getting all these companies, you know, taking their IPs out of their platform to create their own, which Disney Plus already failing, by the way. A lot of them are going to fall. A lot of them are going to fall because they're not going to become as good as Netflix. Because it's not the same thing of having a single platform where you can watch all kinds of stuff, of having just, you know, your own little IPs thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get HBO just to watch Game of Thrones.
Right.
I mean, really, you have so many little material that so you can unify, you know, eventually a lot of them are gonna fall. I don't think HBO will, but Disney Plus will fall. They're doing so bad, especially because I already told you that some shows already been taken off, right, out of Disney Plus because they were so bad. It bringing a lot of bad rep to the platform. So they're trying to save it out of, you know, hopes and dreams, to be honest. Because a lot of people are stepping away from Disney Plus because there's no longer any new material to watch. They don't have enough content. When you're trying to keep it on your own, you don't have enough content to be able to stay alive.
Popcorn Time still exists.
Yes, Popcorn Time still exists.
I remember I used to be
OG
on that too.
Remember why we stopped using it? Because they were forcing you the IP on it. That's how they were making their money. We stopped using it because they were forcing you to use the VPN.
Oh, that's right.
Because it was like, oh, you can't watch unless you have our VPN. Yeah, that's why we stopped using it. Because it got annoying. You know, every time we're trying to watch something, they were forcing you to have their VPN, and it got annoying.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm actually reading on it right now.
The thing with the VPN is because of the United States. You know.
Yeah, but here in Mexico, it should work without it.
No problem. Thankfully, we don't get restricted here in our internet.
I'm gonna download it.
Our internet is completely open. Actually, there's better ones. I can tell you way better ones actually.
Oh, well,
you don't need to get. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Besides mine, you really mean if you wanna.
Yeah, well, you haven't uploaded what I asked last night, so
I haven't been able to. But sorry, you haven't been a member of my platform anyway, so.
Luckily,
your request could be delayed.
I know how to pirate.
Your request could be delayed. So
and already watched 3 episodes last night.
On-demand request, you got to go into my Patreon and become a member.
Oh, well, shit. Yeah, luckily, I know how to pirate, too.
Well, luckily you do, but you won't have the nicest streaming platform and keep it up in there. So, anyway, so yeah.
Oh, you want to play that game? Well, you know what? I have a better solution to that, and it's called a USB.
The what?
I play it straight from the USB.
Okay, whatever. Either way, yeah, dude, that's been going on around too. So I share mine with my mom, so I don't know if she'll be able to use it anymore now, which I don't know. I don't think so.
But
the Netflix thingy.
Oh, your mom was using yours, huh?
Yeah. So we'll see if we figure it out. So yay. Yeah, I don't know if you have anything else. Another news or anything you're keeping behind your.
Oh, I haven't kept up with anything lately. I've been so fucking wrapped up on, I don't know, waking up and going to sleep that I haven't given a shit about the outside world. Is like, there's so much going on anyways. It's like,
so much
you know what? I'm fucking tired. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
There's so much crap going on.
It's like, I open up the news and the first thing I see is like shooting in this place. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
And quick news, there's a new Terminator coming out.
The fuck?
Made by James Cameron himself. Is making
didn't he make Terminator to begin with?
He hasn't made a Terminator movie since the last Terminator movie. I think the last Terminator movie was decent. You seen the last one?
No.
It was woke, but sure. It was still good, even though it was woke.
Wasn't Sarah Connor and
it was Sarah Connor and the Terminator
T800
female
or T1000 or T900? Which one was it?
I don't remember what the hell, but yeah.
No, but Schwarzenegger was in that one too.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't. The Terminator.
He was living like in some like cabin.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
motherfucker.
True. The Terminator himself was Latin, I think. It was dark skin.
He just replaced. It was one of the juicy ones that just replaced the skin of a already person person.
Whatever. But yeah, they picked like somebody.
He appeared in Mexico, so yeah, he got a little brown, dude. What's the problem?
Yeah, he got a little brown. No, I'm saying it was.
It sounded like you had a fucking problem.
You know, it's James Cameron. He's a white dude. He made a bunch of white. All his Terminator movies are white.
It sounded like you had a problem.
It's like,
and you know what? He also has movies with blue motherfuckers.
To be honest, I didn't. The only thing I did not agree on was not to be mean on anything with female, but I did not agree on the female Terminator thing. It was unnecessary. It could have been another dumb dude.
Why?
Because it's just Terminator, dude. Let's be honest, dude.
Yeah, and is Terminator exclusive to fucking male?
Yes. Why can male have his own fucking thing? This is a male empower hormone guy thing, dude, bro. This is Terminator is guy fucking shooting each other up.
What the fuck are you talking about? It's a robot. It's androgynous. It doesn't have sex. They just made it look like one thing.
Again, to my point. Why they couldn't just keep making it a dumb dude?
It could be male or female. It doesn't matter.
Originally, it does matter.
Because at the end of the day, it's a fucking robot.
Again, not a big deal.
You know what? I'm getting very misogynistic vibes from your ass right now.
No, dude.
You know that Latin macho shit is coming out of your pores.
I know and by the way, she was not a robot. Just to let you know.
What was she? An android?
She was an android, yeah. She was
part human?
She was part human. She was mostly human.
So it was a woman, dick?
Exactly, again. She was
then what the fuck is your problem?
Again, if you look at the... dude, listen.
I'm just trying to stir shit up.
I know you're just being annoying. But you know I'm right. I know you're being extremely annoying. But if you know a James Cameron Terminator stories...
Right.
Yeah, right? These are, you know... I was going to say... now I can't say it. See, for task. Damn it!
What are you trying to say, bro?
The male hormone,
testosterone.
There you go.
Don't both male and female.
This is like talking about Rambo kind of deal here. You know what I mean? This is a movie made for guys. For just being, you know, how they call it, masculine toxicity, whatever they want to call it, toxic masculinity. I mean, this is a movie made for guys. Guys killing each other up, robots and shit like that. This is James Cameron's vision. Getting a skinny female in it doesn't seem
cybernetically enhanced.
It wasn't, you know, it wasn't that action cool for me. It feels like a forced, you know, inclusion in it just because we want to include as like one female to be a Terminator. And I was like, okay, it was cool. Story was cool. It's okay, but it didn't feel as good if it was, you know, some big dude, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, trying to do the male thing going on like the Rambo crap. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, but it's like, and I'm going back to the fact that
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I liked the movie. The movie was okay. It wasn't the greatest. I mean, it was no fucking Terminator 2 or anything like that, but it's still good. Talking about that, also, you do know that what's his name? Sylvester Stallone. He actually said that he was completely... He's worse than me. He's completely off the woke thing. He said that we as guys, we also deserve our spot as masculine, and we deserve to have our masculine movies and our masculine roles, and there shouldn't be any forced inclusion or anything like that, and he's completely against it. He actually declared war on Hollywood, and he's like, you ain't throwing any of your woke crap on my movies or my show.
The word war.
Now if you see his last show is completely male testosterone crap.
King?
Yeah, that show has everything that is how it's supposed to be. That show is awesome.
It's an Italian mobster.
It's an Italian mobster. There's no crap in it, you know, like it's just pure him being a mobster, bunch of guys killing each other up, selling drugs. You know what I mean? Like, there's no inclusion of any type. where they're not supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's not gonna see a game officer or anything like that. Not that it couldn't be, but you know what I mean? There's no forced inclusion or anything like that.
So you don't.
It was fucking awesome.
Okay,
actually.
so let me ask you this: you don't subscribe to the notion that that there's just something for everyone out there?
I believe there is something for everyone out there. It doesn't have to be involved in everything. There should be.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, you believe that this whole inclusion thing in the U.S., for example, it's making its way into every type of media form. Is that where?
That's what they want.
I don't see it.
That's what they want.
I honestly don't see it.
You're not seeing it because you haven't completely gone there, but that's what they want. They want. Listen to this. This is not me saying it.
Okay.
This is the entire community saying it.
What community?
The whole community. I'm not even gonna mention it because that could get worse on me. So.
No. But I mean, I really don't know.
They want their inclusion everywhere.
What communities? LGBTQ?
And every single thing that comes out of Hollywood should be included in everything. They should have all that inclusion. They should have some sort of homosexual or transsexual or no gender.
You know what? I don't believe that. I think
it's not about believing, bro. This is not about believing. This is their request.
No bullshit.
I swear to God.
Who the fuck said that?
You,
okay. That's what I'm trying to say. I want to know. I want to find out. I want to see who you talking about. Who in that community is so fucking
it's not about
up their ass in importance.
It's not about who. It's everyone. It's everyone in the community.
Fuck that. Everyone doesn't count.
They send requests. And when you make a movie and it doesn't include it,
so
go and complain.
So like an organization. Why? So they're an organization now.
They have their organization and they get organized.
Yeah, have I been off the loop so much?
Off the loop that much.
That now fucking homos and shit have their own fucking corporation or whatever the fuck.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. That's how it had gone. Yes.
Okay, so if me,
and then again,
this intolerant piece of shit of a man that you see in front of you is out of the loop and all this, how can it be affecting everyone like you say it is if it's not affecting me?
Because you're being off the loop. That's exactly why. You just said it yourself.
Yeah, but I'm an intolerant piece of shit. You're being off the loop.
Dude. That's exactly right. You just said it right.
I've been called monster and worse things by other people and shit, and I'm off the loop and something so big that I'm impressed.
I'm talking about like everywhere, like feminists, all those, they all actually are requesting, and not only requesting, they're demanding. And this is not just demanding, it's being applied. And I can tell you several different examples. Not going too far, The Little Mermaid is one of them. Not just because of the black chick, because it is a race swap to begin with. Not just because it was supposed to be a white redhead. That's fine. You can race swap it. But this is a movie made by feminists. And at the end of the movie, you know who's the hero at the end of the original movie?
Who?
The actual guy. You know who's the mirror hero of the new movie?
Who?
The Little Mermaid.
But the movie's called The Little Mermaid.
Because the female has to have the power. She's the one that defeats the black girl.
But
this is something done in the, listen, this is a demand request to be done in the script. The guy can no longer be the hero.
Fine.
It has to be the chick.
That's fun, dude.
Because again,
if bitches can't get their way in real life, let them have it in fiction.
Again,
in fantasy.
I know you're being annoying.
I'm actually being truthful here.
Listen, I know.
Who gives a shit?
Listen, I know. You're just saying you're being off. I'm telling you where you're being off the loop. I'm telling you what. I'm telling you.
You're putting me in the loop, so I'm giving you my opinion.
I'm telling you. I'm not asking for your opinion. You're asking why you're being off
the loop.
What?
I don't give a shit. I'll give it to you anyways.
I'm telling you how it's rolling. This is how it's rolling. This is how it's happening. This is happening nowadays.
You know
what?
Not
just happening in one, it's happening in several. This is demands that they're doing. Again, it's cool if they make their own story. I'm not against female power movies. That's cool.
Really?
But,
sounds like you are.
No, because if they, like you say, they need
you
that.
made a whole big deal about the Terminator one right now. That is like...
Because it's a guy movie. You're including your feminist crap on my movie category.
But
this is the movie that I want to watch.
Okay.
Men and robots killing each other. This is the shit I want to watch. I don't want to watch a skinny ass bitch fighting a goddamn robot.
Is John Connor in it?
No, John Connor's not in it.
Really?
No, it's only the mom. John Connor's dead.
What?
Yes.
How does that work? How does that work?
Well, as fucking feminist power and Jim Cameron, because this is how they made it. There's no John Connor. There is only the bitch, there is the old bitch, there is the new bitch, and they fight one robot. That's pretty much it. Yeah, and they have Arnold in it because Arnold has to be in it. Yes.
I mean, he is the Terminator.
Well, no longer in the movie. He is a outdated, went to rest in peace, Mary Terminator. I don't know how that worked, but yeah. I don't. That's one of the tips that I'm off the movie. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is not a male movie that I want to go watch and enjoy having action.
How the fuck is John Connor dead?
Arnold is Mary, and he's living the peaceful life somewhere. Sarah Connor comes back all in, wrinkle. Is skinny as hell too. And then you had this other female, is skinny as hell too, trying to fight a goddamn super powerful human robot.
Who happens to be a brown dude?
Who happens to be a brown dude. I don't care about that shit. I can easily go past.
You put so much emphasis on it earlier.
God damn it, dude. Really? Do I have to go watch two chicks beating a guy that is a robot, the bad guy? Really? I'd rather watch two goddamn guys beating each other up. Period. It's just a fact. Believe it or not, this is how it's rolling. And this is why it's pissing me off. You're saying boxing. Why is it annoying me so much? No, I don't want to watch boxing. I don't want to watch the sport. I want to watch some sci-fi shit. I want to watch Jim Cameron stories where he does some fictitious crap. You know what I mean? This is what I want to enjoy.
I know. I feel you, bro. I know what you're talking about. Don't. This is what is, again, you asking me why. I'm not going to bust your balls. I'm not going to bust your balls. I'm not going to bust your balls. I feel you. I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean. I know that. Yeah, and that's, it's like.
Just because they want to include the feminists beating a guy.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the feminists have to win, the bad guy, the robot.
Well, they have to win in some scenario. They're not winning in real life, so give them fiction. You know?
Who's being the machito here
now? Fuck that. That's just a fact.
I mean, it's cool.
If bitches think they're gonna take over the world, the bitches are seriously wrong.
There is plenty of female power stories that you can use for real,
and they're very old ones too that can be adapted very nicely. Yeah, I know.
There's plenty of female power story, and the same thing comes with Cleopatra. Dude, there is plenty, and actually, there's a guy on YouTube that points that out. Dude, you want to bring an original black girl in power story, Black Queen? There is like a bunch of them that you can actually grab.
There are a bunch of them.
You don't have to grab somebody else's course and shit and replace it on your own. You don't do that shit. Grab your own shit, bring your own goddamn story, and then you become included.
But it's not gonna have that same impact in money wise.
How the hell you don't know? Because it's an entire story that hasn't been told.
Hold on.
I want to see a story that hasn't been told.
I'm not saying shut the fuck up for a second. I'm not saying that it's not gonna have that impact. I'm saying that that's the mentality behind them not doing it, because they think it's not gonna have that economic, financial impact that they want to see. Because it's like you said, it's a new story, but it's black centric. So the black mentality is, man, fuck, they're not gonna watch us. And it's like, you don't know that. I mean, yeah, they might, but hey, they might not. So if they do have an audience, that audience is going to be obviously, for starters, black. Okay. And then you're going to have, that milk that likes to get chocolate dipped every now and again. That's also going to, subscribe to it. But you know what I mean, though. So the fear behind that is obviously fucking financial, bro. It's about the money. It's all about the Benjamins.
That's why I think that this whole Cleopatra crap,
it's all money, bro. It's like
not just money.
Okay, look. Let me just put it to you this way. This is the way I see the world nowadays, and this is the way I've seen the world for the past maybe 5-6 years. It's like debauchery, the lack of moral, the lack of ethics, all that race shit's in the mind. All that's gone, bro. It's like, it's so fucking, there's so much debauchery out now. It's like,
they don't care. They don't
exactly,
they don't have
so it's like that's one of the reasons why I've stayed out of the loop for so long on a lot of this new stuff, because it's just stuff that I don't care for. So because I personally don't care,
but I'll tell you what,
I just watch something else. I just do something else.
Well, we're gonna be doing this pretty concurrent, so you're gonna have to get on the loop, buddy.
or you could just educate me.
No, you don't like to be educated, apparently.
Well, I could educate myself.
Well, there you go. You have to get on the loop, buddy. Yeah,
but I don't feel like educating myself on these specific things because it's just things that are not attractive to me. That's about it. But what I'm saying is that there's just so much of it out there now. It's like a lot of people, and you know, this I have heard. This I have seen. I've seen TikTokers, you know, when I had TikTok before I got banned.
Yeah.
I saw that a lot of TikTokers were talking precisely about that. You know, it's like, oh my God, I feel so numb now, you know, to everything that's happening. And it's like, bitch, it's like you take very little then. And then the whole sense of humor is gone out the window too. Dude, it's like you can no longer say that if you could take a dick, you could take a joke, motherfucker.
You cannot bring.
It's like that's not a thing anymore. You know?
Again, bringing back to Uncle Roger, he got canceled because he made a simple joke, bro. He made a simple joke and he got banned out of the entire country of China.
Yeah, but you know what? That's nothing weird. No, China's been banning shit
you're
forever.
bringing back to your point and said we can't even make a choice. He's not the only one. Like, for example, going back again to Will Smith sample giving you again. In Chris Rock. Chris Rock. Yeah. It's a simple joke, dude. Nobody can take a joke anymore.
Yeah, but
that's a few.
But
many.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing. Will Smith was even laughing at that joke. You know, he's like, he saw the bitch's face. Like,
again.
Do something, motherfucker.
Because she couldn't take a joke.
Well, because she can't take a dick, apparently.
Yes, apparently that's how it rolls. But
or alopecia fucking went so deep through her tissues that it fucking some of her brain cells escaped through the freaking holes.
In the time when everybody, I mean, they still do it. Don't get me wrong. There's still comedians that they roast their.
Oh yeah, they don't give a fuck.
But they're still roasting, and they're like, we're comedians.
The ones that have enough money to live at least 3-4 lives are the ones that don't give a fuck. Right?
No, even the small ones are like, you don't, because they even said, hey man, because I have a lot of, you know, like independent comedians like regular, and they're like, if you don't like me making joke, you know, or making fun of you in my show, don't come to my show.
Oh yeah, of course.
I've seen several. They actually get mad, and they're like, "Dude, get the hell out of here!" They actually get the money, like, "Get out of here! If you don't like me making fun of you, don't come to my show." Yeah. Why are you coming to my show? You come to my show, you expecting me to, you know, you had to understand that I'm a comedian, and I'm gonna make fun of everything. It's like I'm gonna but they're jokes. They're nothing serious. You know what I mean? It's just a goddamn joke.
Yeah, but a lot of jokes are veiled in truth.
It's always been like that, bro.
Oh.
It's always
been
and
that's what bothers.
Sort of
and that's what bothers the people is that truth aspect of that joke is like that just gets them like, oh, you motherfucker.
In the core of the joke, there's some truth in it.
Yes,
so.
and when, like I said, if you could take a dick, you could take a joke, but apparently no one can nowadays. Yeah. Now, if you could give good dick, then hey, good for you. But it's not gonna work out for a lot of people.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if things keep going the way that you say they are, and the way that, you know, as you've been speaking, I've been reading up on a few things. I've been looking at different things. I've been asking ChatGPT to tell me the scoop before 2021, apparently, because that's the way how far it goes. And damn, you know, it's like I guess I'm glad that I've taken the time to just rewatch everything that I've watched back in the 90s, the 80s, because
yeah, and I've been going back to those too because you're free to all that stuff. You see inclusion without seeing it. That's amazing.
It's not that you see inclusion. It's just not forced inclusion.
It's not forced. Exactly.
It's just the natural order of what you're seeing.
But it's not forced.
You know, I went back to watch Dragon Ball a few times, Dragon Ball Z. And then
was in love with the original Dragon Ball. She's been watching it like the original Dragon Ball.
Just watch the clean version.
The what?
Just watch the clean version and you're good.
No, I don't have the clean version, unfortunately. She still likes it though. She actually laughed on the non-clean parts. Yeah, she actually laughed. I mean, I know it's not like it's so.
In Mexico, we didn't get the U.S. version. The U.S. was censored. Here in Mexico, we got it.
I got the full one too in Venezuela. I got the actual one, you know, the one that has this little comedy
dark humor, sexual humor, all
dark
that.
humor thing going on. But if you don't have enough knowledge, you won't get it.
You won't get it.
Exactly.
Those are the things that we get as we get older.
Exactly. And my little girl watching, she's like, haha, that's funny. And she's like, oh, look at the pee-pee.
It's subliminal.
I mean, at the end of the day, she understands that
advertising, I guess. I don't know.
And it's not real, and she gets it.
Yeah.
But she loves the comedy and the action that's happening, and I'm really liking that. I'm really like that
Dude,
she's watching Dragon Ball, bro.
This is the one thing.
Not my wife. My wife doesn't like she watching Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
she hated Dragon
you know what? Screw the wives. Who gives a shit? No one cares about the wife's opinion nowadays. That's just fact.
But she's gonna get mad when she sees this now.
Give her a tissue and buy me half. She knows me. She knows she knows what I think about.
I know.
My point is though that the Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, I don't remember which one. There was this whole bullshit around it, I guess, about Mr. Popo.
Oh yes, dude. Oh my god, I remember that.
Fucking hilarious.
I remember that. They make a big deal out of Mr. Popo, like so it was a racial and like it was racist. And it was like, what? He has an African accent, and he's talking like, oh my god, I remember that.
That's the Japanese humor towards the black. I mean, sorry if you don't like it, but that's their humor.
Our camera died, guys. So from this point, we only have audio. Yes. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah. I'm actually excited that she's watching, and I even told her that they had Dragon Ball Z, and you can see Goku big, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And but yeah, she's been enjoying it. I think she's on the 6th episode, maybe.
The original Dragon Ball.
The original Dragon Ball, like
Dragon Ball
Z, yeah, Dragon. And I have it in English, like I have the English one.
Oh, I should have put it in Spanish, bro.
And I know, but I don't know where to find it in Spanish. So that's the thing. I have to look deep for the Spanish. But everything she watches in English anyway. She's okay with it.
Yeah, but
I know in Spanish so much
it's better.
I think in Spanish
it's
so
just
much
better.
And maybe I do have to censor one because it's in English. It's the English one, so it's most likely from the US.
It's more than likely.
So it's probably most likely the edited one.
Even
though you do see some stuff that
little details.
Like, yeah, I was like, that's weird. But I guess whatever. Like you can see I don't know if they left it on purpose, but remember the what is the one that looks like a little, not the one that looks like a pig. I think it was one that looks
like a rabbit.
It was like a rabbit.
Yeah.
He has like an underwear on his head.
Oh, no, that's the pig.
Has a girl. Is it a pig?
That's the pig.
It has like the female.
It's oolong.
The oolong, the one that has the female underwear, like has like the panties.
Yeah, he got that from Shenron.
Yeah, the panties on the head. I know he turns it into panties.
I want a pair of panties. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, and actually she laughed when she didn't notice my little girl, and then I told her, and she's like, "Oh, it's funny."
And he's always stealing Bulmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's wrap this up.
That's actually a little perverted. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course.
Oh, and then you see when she saw the part with Master Roshi was watching and looking at the porn and stuff, and she was laughing. He's so weird. And I was like, yeah, he's perverted.
And he's an old pervert.
He's an old pervert. That's what he is. And she was cracking up. And he's like, oh my god, he's so weird.
The Kame house.
Yeah. Yeah, she's watching when Goku's going to Master Roshi to train.
Oh, okay.
And then he meets Krillin. And Krillin. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and finish this podcast. We don't have any video. So we're gonna go ahead and go next week for our second episode, see how that goes. We're hoping to get a better camera soon. We can have we've been working with what we can. This is not easy, guys.
Oh no, it's not. Especially knowing what to do, what to say. It's like it could be tedious.
And it's cost, and it's not cost. I mean, it has the cost. It has. We have to buy a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and then obviously we want to be able to get some viewers, get some watch time on there. But we obviously have to appeal to you folks, and that's not gonna be easy.
I mean, this first episode we can be a little open, but normally we'll have to bring down the cursing because YouTube doesn't like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
You suck, YouTube.
Well, we also go in Rumble just to make sure that. I don't know if you guys don't know Rumble. You should actually Google it, but it's the competition of YouTube. Well, you can consider it a competition. They're not quite close there yet. But it's a good alternative. It's very similar, and it's a good alternative. I will most likely post this on Rumble also. And in the future, we'll stream it on Rumble, and then we'll post it once done on YouTube. That's at least what we're thinking of. I will probably also will have a Patreon account open on soon after a little while. If you guys want to support us to be able to get better equipment and be able to do this every week. If you guys have any topics that you would like us to discuss, put it on the comments.
Hold on. If there are any topics that you would like for us to give our personal opinions, no matter how outlandish they may be, go ahead, and we'll definitely give you our opinions on whatever it is you want to know. But remember, it's just our opinion, so it's you could take it as you wish.
That's right.
But we'll entertain you.
Either way, thank you all you guys that listen, and for the one that didn't, you recommend us. If you guys like the podcast, it'll be very appreciated. If you guys like it, to click the like and subscribe on the channel, so you can continue watching our content that we're gonna be bringing up every week. All right, anything else to say, bro?
No, thank you.
All right,
thank you for listening. For those who stayed till the end,
that's right. Thank you guys. See you guys next week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?